Good evening. Happy Tuesday. I'm excited for tonight. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good day. Damn, StreamYard's bugging again. Better catch up or something. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys had a better day than yesterday. I know a lot of people had a case of the Mondays yesterday. But it's Tuesday. Go to the top. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Kid Kitty? Thank you. Appreciate you putting that up there. Thank you. I was on 3 hours ago and did the entree and did the intro. Yeah, sorry for I guess I didn't even notice it. What's up, Jinx? It was scheduled for yesterday, I guess, until I got on today and I updated the thumbnail and I was like, "What?" Sorry about that. I normally don't put out notifications ahead of time. They're still selling cookbook. Ooh, nice. I can't wait to have you on again, Jinx. That was a great show last week. I've got my handy dandy notebook on my phone. Thank goodness. A cookbook to raise money for a really? If you have the link to that, Pam, send it to me and I'll go ahead and share it. Pam? Yeah, I know. This is crazy. What's up, Silky? I'm excited to have you on. I'm trying to get settled. May use an avatar. Oh, that's all good. Oh, poor thing. I hope you feel better. Yeah, that's no problem. I just kind of roll with whatever my guests roll with. Yes, good stuff. I watched your Delphi video or Stephen Smith video this morning too, Silky. Let me go ahead and let me get my links here. Put Silky's link up there. Where did it go, George? There it is. All right, here, let's put that up there. Yeah, great. I love your I love your commentary. You're so funny. If you ain't subbed to Silky Southern Tea, go hit that sub real quick. Yes, Silky. Ooh, Pam, you're always getting good stuff. Beefcake. Oh, geez, you're still swollen, huh? That's what I call a big hit off my bubbler. Oh, dang, that's crazy. Good evening, SRB. Oh, I hope you feel better. Well, thank you for hanging out and listening. What's up, Amy? I kind of felt like I had a stomach bug a couple days ago. Aw, Pam, you're always so sweet. Thank you. I don't think they're selling it, but I'll double check. CJ getting info. All right. Yeah, I'll share it. That was just my ooh, hey. Now, I don't know if I did save that article you sent me, Jinx. Police report. And I went ahead and saved a bunch of videos. There is some stuff that's like a couple weeks old. But some's like a month, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year. I did save that Grizzly True Crime that you sent me, Pam. Thank you for that. So I got a bunch of... Hold on. There it is. So I have some stuff. So if there's some stuff you guys would like me to play, I can. We can go to certain videos on your channels if you have any you'd like to share that way. And let me see. So all you have to do when it comes to joining the panel, to my guests, all you have to do is click on that link, and then it'll just take you to a web browser. So if you're on a PC, it'll just take you to a website. And then if you're on your phone, it'll take you to your mobile phone's web browser. So I'll go ahead and send that out to my guests. If you'd like to hop up, you're more than welcome. Get that turned down a little bit. About right there.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you just fine.
Right on.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great, and I'm excited.
Me
for
too.
tonight.
This is awesome.
Yes, I've been waiting. Oh, and we got Silky.
All right.
What's up, Silky?
Hey,
There we go. How are
Hi,
you?
Miss Silky.
hey, Jinx.
There she
Great
is.
video
How are
this
you,
week.
beautiful?
Oh, let me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm good. Well, I'm like swollen like a basketball, but you know,
Aw.
it is what it is.
Aw. Is it hot
Somebody
down
told
there?
me yesterday
you-
it's the season for sneezing.
It is, really. It really is. Hopefully you're okay with the storms and stuff, man. There's been some crazy weather going on. We're good till tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get it again.
Yeah, tonight through tomorrow or something.
I think it's gonna miss us. Can y'all hear
You're
me?
so
Okay.
lucky.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it, even though you're not feeling great. SRB. Like listening to two Southern Bells.
People are gonna wanna. I don't know. I listened to Jinx the other night, and I thought, oh my goodness, if we're both on there, we might drive people crazy.
I thought the same thing.
No, this is Radio Gold. What are you talking about?
Oh my Lord.
Hey, can
Yes.
I ask a question before we get started?
Yeah, please do.
Because I just kind of want the opinions of your listeners, and I know some of them watch my channel also, but I need to know. Like, I just got a really nasty comment on one of my older videos, and usually I don't answer. I try to keep it classy, but let me tell you something. I don't have this red hair for nothing. And
Hell yeah.
And so I really want to clap back. I've only clapped back one time, and I usually just wait. I don't answer until several hours have passed. I'm like, who cares? What do you think? But like, I'm really mad because this one said on my own channel, she's like, get the H out of here. And I'm thinking, girl, you get off my freaking channel. You know. But I didn't say nothing.
Oh my Lord. Just tell her ass not to be messing with no Southern sass.
Oh, that's funny.
I just respond to people if they want to come in like that. I'm like, look, there's plenty of other channels on YouTube. I'm sure you can find one. You know, I hope you have good luck.
Yeah, but
Because
TJ,
you know you're not for everybody.
Or you can name drop to me and then I'll get on it.
Ooh, there we go.
You probably know. I mean, you know, this person has commented on a lot of videos, but I don't remember her ever being like that. But CJ, you are so chill. Like, nobody's gonna, like, who's gonna get mad at you?
Right.
But me.
I mean, there's
you know.
people. There's people.
Well,
There's
that's-
people. You'd be amazed what my inbox looks like sometimes when it comes to people's critiquing of my professionalism or whatever. It's like, you know what? This is my show.
Yeah.
If I want to say the F word a bunch, I'll say the F word a bunch.
Yeah.
If I want to have a 10-minute fucking intro, I'll have a 10-minute fucking intro. You know, it's just, hey, it's my shit. If you don't like it, I'm a little guy. You know what I mean? I'm a minnow in a sea full of fucking fish. So
Right.
there's plenty of other channels you can go find.
SRB had a good comment. She said that tell them that rude comments are unacceptable. And then I'd like to add that you can tell them to go put that bar of soap in their mouth.
With the emoji.
My gosh, she keeps going. What?
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll just, you know what? You're gonna put stuff on live. Let me get my glasses. Her name, Jinx, is Amanda Bell Almond. A-U-M-A.
Sure as shit do know that name.
What?
Yeah. Well, there you go. Oh
yeah, I do. She's a nasty little shit.
Oh, damn.
And I'll quick tell her, don't worry.
That's funny.
You tell me what video it is, and I'll give her what for, don't worry. I'm not a creator. See, I'm not a creator, so I have a little bit more freedom in how I can run my mouth. I am choosy, but if they want to start something, well, guess what? You get what you give, baby.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to have to pull this up on my phone so I can see the comments that are running because I can't see it on StreamYard. But yeah, I think the video is called Don't Talk. Don't Talk, I think, is the video.
Kevin says, send them my way. I need subs and views.
Oh man. But I mean, I guess what I'm asking y'all is, I want to keep it professional. However, I mean, look at me. I am not a newscaster, and I am going to, slide my opinion in there. Is it okay to clap back, or is that just like really bad?
I mean, I would do it politely at first. Let's keep our Southern roots true here. But if she digs again, fucking let her rip, mama. Sorry. Fudge and let her rip.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many things I can say. But, it's like, do you? I don't know.
Just block her.
Well, you could do that.
But the thing of it is,
it's about peace and positivity. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but my son says, and he's got a point. He says, don't. He said, clap back if you want. He said, but welcome the bad comments. He said, because every comment just, ups your.
Well, it does do your algorithm good. Yeah, just be like, ha, thanks for talking shit. Peace. And then do the middle finger. I don't know.
Yeah. Just respond politely, but bluntly. You know what I'm saying? And then people, when they come see it, they'll be like, oh, wow, she does respond with, she's not some lunatic that's going to fly off a handle or something,
Right. We all know you get more flies with sugar than you do anything else, okay?
Well, I don't know, I'm just going to say it, shit draws flies too.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
I was late on that again, damn it. I was late on that again. Late.
Oh my God, Silky, I just love you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was just my question. I didn't mean to take up so much time. I just
Oh no, you're good. No, we have intros and general chat. We're gonna get into the serious stuff, but this shows people our personalities. They get to see who we are, kind of our personality and such. Plus, it's always great to sit back and chat and hang out for a few and see how everybody's doing and how their day is and stuff. So yeah.
Well, with women, you get more than one personality, right? Because it just depends on the day. We've got 7 or 8 of them. It just depends.
Oh shit! So how many
I will back that up gladly. Okay, I know. My husband knows too. Trust me.
So how many do we have on panel tonight? Because I only got 10 chairs. I only have 10.
We're gonna have to limit it, Jinx.
And I'm using one of them, so that leaves
We're gonna
9.
have to hash that out then, ain't we? Because there's quite a few up in this sucker.
Somebody can only have 5, and then the other can have 4. You guys figure it out. Or if you want to do 4.5 and 4.5, you can do that too.
Well, if we're gonna do that, I'll count with my left hand because I've only got 4 fingers on that one.
Oh.
I'll give Silky the good hand.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just let mine, 2 chairs are enough. And I'll just let mine rotate through,
Right? They're going to seep through. It's okay.
That's right, Pam. We do need a little break from all this dark stuff because we are about to get into some dark shit that
Oh yeah.
is very it's kind of like that feeling you get when you watch that Letitia stuff like we did last night. It just kind of hits you in a certain spot. You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely need breaks. Totally.
I guess.
Well, I can tell you guys what my husband and I went for Halloween real quick.
What's that?
Yeah.
All right. So this year we got to go to a Halloween party and I was super excited. And they were like, just do whatever you want. Do couple costumes, no limits. And I was like, these motherfuckers don't know me. They said no limits. So we went to the Halloween store. I walk out with my Jesus costume and my old man walks out with the nun costume. And we stuffed this teddy bear in his belly that he walked around in all night with it. And then at the end, he pulls it out and it's one of these creepy teddy bears that has a skull for a face, claws for hands. And he said, here's your baby. You can tell it looks like you. Oh my God, y'all. No, everybody their chins were on the floor. Nobody knows how to handle us.
Do you have pictures of the costumes?
I think his friend does, but I'll have to get them because we were. I was too drunk by the end of the night to worry about pictures, y'all. I was trying not to fall in the fire. Jesus' shoes are not easy to walk in.
Oh shit.
I love your avatar, by the way. The unicorn. That's a unicorn, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, it's so funny. It was either this one where I'm flipping everybody off, which is kind of funny, the unicorn, or it was this and the same. I'm wearing the same thing, but I was trying to hump the mummy. Like, I'm telling y'all, I am like a 14-year-old boy at heart. I really am. Y'all gotta watch out for me. I'm a mess.
I was wondering what that avatar was. I was like, okay, that's a unicorn.
Yeah, I'm wearing one of those unicorn masks.
Yeah.
Lord.
What is she doing?
My husband swears I turn into a cartoon character.
Oh, that's best.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
I know.
No, bless his heart, there is never a dull moment.
SRB says you're kind of partier.
Yeah, like I don't want to be the center of attention, but I like to make sure that everybody's having a good time. I'm gonna make y'all laugh. Don't worry.
I know you do. You have some. Even in chat, your commentary is hilarious.
Oh Lord, yeah. Sometimes.
Ever since you came into the show, you've just had hilarious commentary. It's so funny.
Y'all don't be afraid. I know the phrase "reel it in" very well. I've been told that all my life. Just reel it in, dial it back a notch, calm down. I get it.
Jinx,
don't be afraid to tell me.
You are good.
Yeah, and you need your own channel. You really do.
Oh, I'd be somebody's wingman, okay? Like, I don't know if I could just do it myself.
Oh,
you're more than welcome to hang out on here.
Right. See, I can do that. No worries.
Yeah, I got open panel pretty much every night, so.
SRB, oh my goodness. If you work with a lady like me, Lord, I hope she buys you a bottle every once in a while. Shoo. Some top shelf shit, mama. You earned it.
Earned it.
Yeah, one of my best friends that I used to work with is just like you, Jinx, and it's like, I can't take you nowhere.
Exactly. If there's trouble to be had, I'm already bringing it, okay?
Sounds like my friend Heather.
Kevin wants to know if Jinx likes fish.
Oh, I love to fish.
Wait. Like to fish. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part is sitting out on the John boat and getting too drunk and then, not even worrying about it no more.
So how do you like your new shift, Silky? Like, like, how's that been? Going from the late night shift to days?
It's a lot busier. There's a lot more. I lose my temper way more.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you would not believe what these people pull. But
yeah.
I work, like, I don't get off till like 8, 6:30-ish. And then by the time I get home, it's close to 9, and I got to take the dog out. And then I'm like, your show is practically over, and I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, it's crazy. I do better on days, but to be honest, my shift was so much easier on nights, and then I got to hang out with y'all every night, and that was cool. So it's because the day when you're working these 13-hour days, then you come home and you're just dead. And I spend a lot of my off days curled up in a ball on the couch.
Just trying to recoup from the days. I hear you.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's not like it's not like other jobs I've had where you're basically doing paperwork and answering the phone. This is dealing with murderers and pedophiles and drug lords and all kind of nonsense who, for whatever reason, think when they come to jail it's the Hilton. And I'm like, no.
Right.
No. And so, you kind of have to put them in their place. And it's not fun for me. I don't like to get angry, but I find myself certainly holding my own.
Really? So are you going to stay? Is that something that you're going to stick with, or do you think you're ever going to go back to the nights?
I don't know. They're trying to hire a night nurse now, but nobody's applying, so I don't even have that option. I don't know. It's, at least I have more days off this way, but, it's like, I don't know what kind of quality I have. Not that I had a whole lot of quality before, but it's nursing. Nursing is a tough job. And this is actually one of the best nursing jobs I've ever had, as far as not having to deal with a whole lot of BS, because you just don't. You just tell them no. And you're not trying to, score good on the hospital survey. You're like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Whatever. Go away. I'm tired of dealing with you.
Jeez. Oh my Lord. I couldn't imagine working in the health field. My mom's a phlebotomist, and I call her a vampire, and bless her heart, she works her ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
That's got to be tough
blood.
too. What?
I love to start IVs, and I love to draw blood. It's so much fun. It is.
Huh.
That's
Why,
the
just
best part of
watch
my job.
just watching it come out, or what?
Yeah. No, just, I don't know. It's like a challenge, You have to find just the right vein, and you have to get just the right, it's a challenge. And especially IVs are much harder. And I don't know. It's like, I can do this. I don't know. It's the challenge of, doing.
It's an art of stabbing people, okay? There's an art to stabbing people.
Oh, my Lord. There we go.
I know.
Where's the sheath? Where's the fingerprint?
I want to tell you, this is a true story. I was drawing blood on this guy one time. And I was very professional. I was in a clinic. And so he said, so, what made you want to go into this kind of work? And I said, well, sir, my probation officer said if I liked inflicting so much pain, I should go into healthcare. And he just stared at me. He's like, I don't have a probation officer, so.
That's hilarious.
So anyway, let's set him up anyway.
Kitty says she loves working with the elderly.
Yeah.
Worked in nursing homes and home health care since high school.
Oh.
Yeah, I've done a lot of nursing home and assisted livings, and it's great. It really is. You get very attached to your people, though.
Yeah, I've worked in a nursing home before. I do. I know that feeling. You get attached, but you know what? You get some damn good stories.
Oh gosh, yeah, and the ghost stories and the weird stories. It's crazy.
Ooh, ghost stories. I love hearing stories from the elderly.
Yeah,
Very
I
Yeah.
do.
interesting stuff.
On my other channel, I read out well, something I was doing, and I have kind of neglected it. What's that?
Oh, it's
Am I just hearing things, or did y'all hear that?
It's a ghost, Silky.
Y'all
I didn't hear
seriously, y'all
nothing.
didn't hear that? It's like,
no, sorry, it was me. My husband just shut the garage door,
Oh,
and I muted it really quick because it was so loud. I wasn't expecting it.
I was trying to play along. It's a ghost, Silky. I didn't hear nothing.
I was just creating the atmosphere and
What are you
ambience to it.
What's up, Ruckus Fox? How you doing today?
oh my gosh, my child's texting me,
Ruckus!
wanting money, of
Yeah,
course.
ghost
You
stories.
know,
He's so smart. I can't do it. Sorry, Ruckus. I killed it.
it's what?
He says
What's up,
the
Cassie?
way he
How are you? I
says
saw you
smart.
speak with
He says smart. I can't do it though. Not with my accent.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
He's from Boston. He's always trying to say how smart he is.
Oh wow, I love Massachusetts. Love it.
Yeah. He's got a great accent. I love
Never
it.
been over, but he said that was horrible, Jinx.
I know. I said I butchered it, okay? I totally butchered it. I can't do that Boston accent.
Yeah, that's
Hell,
a
I can
hard
barely talk as it is.
Same. But yeah, I would. Let's see. I can't find y'all.
How many videos do you have on your channel about Flora, Silky? Just those two, or is there more?
I only have 2. I'm working on, like, there's so much to say on this case that it's kind of like a Delphi, and they both kind of bounce back and forth in some ways. So I wanted to do Flora for a long time, but I'll be honest with you, I couldn't, because every time I'd start researching it and get ready for a video, I got so angry and so upset. And you can tell even and this is me, the 2 videos that I've done on Flora, this is me really taking it down, and I still get so upset about it that I have to space Flora out more, because it's heartbreaking, and
Mhm.
it's just one of those things that's hard for me to talk about, and not just want to cuss a blue streak and hurt somebody, but and I don't want that to come out, so I try really hard to y'all just don't know how many cuts I have in my Flora videos where I've just taken off on something. I'm like, okay, stop. Let's cut this whole thing out.
So did you save the pre-edited version of it?
No.
Oh, so it could have been a movie.
Yeah. But it's one of those things. I mean, Delphi gets me angry, and really injustice gets me angry. But there's something about Flora, and I think it's the lack of press and the lack of interest in this story. And it's like I said before, and I honestly believe it's because these are not white children. I just do. And
well, y'all know that Indiana is the home of the KKK, so
yeah,
there's that. By the way, if you didn't know,
right.
Fun fact, not really fun, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it used to be really bad in Alabama, especially when I was a kid. I mean, our sheriff stood on the side of the road at a KKK rally in uniform with deputies with guns, and he was the guest speaker. Yeah, he was the guest speaker. There was no hood on his head. And that's when I was a little kid, but of course, those days have long passed, and I don't really hear anything about the Klan. I don't even know if they're active at all. Nothing is ever.
Unfortunately, they are. They are, unfortunately.
Probably. I think maybe because Alabama was so bad, back in the 60s and the whole George Wallace thing. Yeah. I think it forced a lot of people to reevaluate. I'm not saying there's not racism, and certainly in some areas there is. But
right.
In general, I would say Alabama is probably less racist than a lot of other states. It's not something we really talk about. And I mean, I talk to all kind of people. You never really hear anything or anybody disparaging. Everybody is pretty much, if they treat you good and they're respectful and, kind, then you're going to do the same thing, back. So I think Alabama has overall done really, really well in that area. I mean, we've got our problems. Have you been there your whole life? Sure. Have you lived there your whole life? No, I was actually born in Chicago.
Whoa. Holy cow!
I'm a poser.
A poser.
Yeah. I am. I was born in the Windy City, but we left when I was 5. And then we came to Alabama. We lived here a bunch of years. And then when I was in high school, we moved to Virginia. I lived there for about 6 years and moved to North Carolina. I was in North Carolina for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years in Charlotte. It was, I loved it. But I came here on vacation. Y'all, this is a story. I came here on vacation to visit one of my mom's friends who was a pastor. And she had gone through this nasty divorce. And we were supposed to be here for a couple of days. Well, I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't see it because I was in the shower. It's the middle of the afternoon. I'm in the shower. And I come out of the shower and everybody is in an uproar. Apparently, her ex-husband showed up to the house that she was living in with a gun and told us we needed to get out of town, the 3 of us that were visiting. And so, well, that's just the last thing that you should say, because we're like, oh, really? You want us to leave? Well, let me tell you something, buddy. I'm moving here. And that's what we did. And that was in 1990, I think. Yeah, 1990.
Oh, wow.
And so somewhere around in there. And so, yeah, I came on vacation and got really ticked off. And I thought, oh, really? You're going to come and, try to shoot us up? Well, I'm just going to move here. What about that?
There you go.
So this is where I've been ever since.
Bam. Bam. What's up, Grizz?
Hi, Grizz.
Hey.
Damn, I need to sit down with you some night and talk to you about your damn life. That's crazy. You went from here to here to here to here to here to here.
I did. Hey, I was on a Discord with. By the way, CJ, I've heard you have a Discord, and I haven't been invited.
I don't really use it.
Oh, well, I'm on with Ruckus.
Oh, Ruckus.
I don't know if it was Ruckus or the prof. Somebody started a cryptids I don't know what you call it, subset, whatever. So I was on there talking about that last night, my cryptid stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting life. My daughter tells me all the time. She's like, "Mom, you just say stuff." And I never, ever knew that about you. I'm like, well, what can I say? There's a lot you don't know, babe.
But you're about to. Does she watch your videos?
No.
No?
She does not.
That's interesting. Cryptids.
Yeah, like Bigfoot, Dogmen, all kind of stuff.
That'd be an interesting show sometime to talk about all that stuff,
Yeah.
Was the moon landing real? Does Bigfoot exist?
Oh yeah, he does. I've seen him.
Ruckus, I tried, damn it. I see your comments, okay? I know I butchered the shit out of it. I can't say smart like you do. At least I can say horse. He says, "Hi." See, I got that one, didn't I, Ruckus? Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. So, what's the police report PDF that you sent me? What's all in that? Is that just I didn't even get to preview it yet. Do I have
So
to
basically,
download?
it just kind of gives you a rundown of everything that went on that night, verbatim, as far as what was reported. I think that the dash cam footage tells a whole lot more, honestly. But there's some logistics in there. I know that Galen Rose is going through a lawsuit right now, so that's one thing we're keeping our fingers crossed right there for.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When did that come about?
I want to say it happened in the last month for sure.
Hey,
Because I did have a video.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm looking.
I was going to ask Jinx, is that the report where they interviewed Colton? Isn't his name Colton Creasy?
Uh-huh.
What did you think about that? I thought some of the questions that they asked were, I mean, I know they want to investigate, but I'm not sure if they would have asked that to just anybody. Some of them, or just seemed like they were trying to say that
How do
he
you
was
spell
involved.
that? How do you spell that? Colton what?
Creasy, I think.
S-E-Y. I think.
Okay.
I think it's the S-E-Y.
Colton Creasy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing.
He seems highly suspicious anyways. I don't know. I know that there is I know that there's a lot of arsons in that area, in the general area of Carroll County anyways, but there definitely seems to be like a serial arsonist, in my opinion.
Oh, around the area?
Yeah.
Around the area?
Carroll County, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just in Flora. There's been
it makes
Camden
sense.
flyers and... Huh?
It makes sense. It makes sense if the back door was, because the back door is left open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fire alarm or the smoke alarm in the kitchen?
Well, honestly, I mean,
didn't
there's
have
no point in
batteries?
even talking about the smoke alarms because there was no batteries in them.
Right. So, is that where the smoke alarm was supposedly at? Was in the kitchen? It just didn't have batteries. I'm trying to remember from, because that dash cam that we watched, that stuff was heartbreaking. Especially watching the firefighters just stand there on the porch and shit, and so I'm just trying to remember everything that we had chatted about that. So,
well, that exponent report, which I don't know if you have it. If you don't, I can send you a copy. But they're saying on there that yes, there were supposed to be two smoke detectors, one in the hallway and one in the kitchen. And the one report says the one in the hallway that was close to the bedrooms kind of melted and fell off the wall, but there was no battery. But then the exponent report says, I guess, just to cover all bases, there was so much debris and, they're not sure. They can't say 100% that there wasn't a battery in there and it just, kind of fell out with the thing and got, scooped up, because they were actually scooping debris out of the house.
Right.
And then exponent also says there was absolutely a smoke detector in the kitchen. Again, same thing with the battery. They don't know, but the Vergen, is that what his name is, that did that report, or I don't know, that I didn't like his stuff a whole lot. He said, oh, well, Galen could have gotten the kids out. No, she couldn't. I don't believe that, but he said in there, the exponent report said that Vergen, never, even when he was told that there was a fire alarm or smoke alarm in the kitchen, he never looked, he never acknowledged it. And then again, we're the same thing with the batteries. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even in a house fire, wouldn't you be able to see some sort of some sort of sign, even if it melted, or you would see some sort of, wouldn't you? Or
I would think, but I guess the thing that they're saying in the report is because of there was so much damage. I think they're trying to cover it. They can't conclusively say no, no way there was no battery, but
Right.
they definitely
okay.
did not find any batteries.
I concur. I definitely believe that they're trying to leave a lot of question marks, in areas that they don't really want to answer so that they don't have to answer, like, well, we kind of cleaned it up so we can't really tell for sure, but it could have been, but it could have not been.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So they want to keep it in like that limbo state, which is bull.
Yeah, dilute the truth in a
Yes.
way with confusion. Right. So you said a lawsuit started about a month ago?
Yeah, I think she's already had it in, but I know that there's been some movement on it as far as, getting the process rolling a little bit better on it.
I wonder if it's because of the dash cam video that was released.
Yeah. I know that ISP did release that, and they wanted that released, and they did ask Galen, about that prior to releasing it.
Well, good.
When did they release it?
That's
6 months
been
ago?
a couple months.
6
Yeah.
months ago?
2-3 months ago.
Yeah, it's not been very long.
No, not very
Really?
long at all.
And they just released it because it's supposed to help bring a tip, or
That's what they're kind of hoping.
I mean, why wait so long?
I think it was more of, to kind of bring it back in light with everything. Because this is one thing that I wonder so bad, because if the ball is kind of finally rolling a little bit more on Flora at about the same time the ball's kind of rolling on the Delphi. So that makes me always question. I can't say, I'm not going to say for sure that they coincide or they have anything to do with each other, but it's just really coincidental that, something's happening on one and something finally happens on the other.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking. Well, Silky, do you have a video that talks about the connection between Delphi and Flora?
No, that's what I'm working on.
You don't?
In between Stephen Smith. No.
Have you ever? I was just kind of saving some videos before the show, real quick, just to see what I could find. And I don't know. Are you familiar with Celestial Sylvia?
Nope.
Hey, I'm going to answer Pam really quick. Pam, they actually didn't retire. They resigned.
Oh, the fire chief.
And it's Dennis Randall and Adam Randall, which that's father and son. Dennis is the daddy. And then Robert Ives was the prosecutor who resigned. And I mean, they just went out like hotcakes on the resigning.
Mm-hmm.
And they were SRB. There was another couple.
Oh.
No, there was another couple.
But CJ, I know you're kind of new to the Flora.
Yeah, there was a couple
Did
upstairs.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, good.
Yeah. But have you heard about the 911 tapes?
No, I think I just watched the dash cam.
Okay. I'm going to give you this. I know that Jinx probably knows a lot more than I do. But basically, I'm going to give you, she can fill in the details, okay? Because I need help here. But she, basically, of course, Fox 59 wanted the 911 call, and they wouldn't give it up. And so Fox 59, took him to court and said, hey, we want this 911 call because, look, doesn't belong to law enforcement. It is a public, taxpayers, we pay for this service. We have the right.
FAOI or FOIA. FOIA or FIOA. Yeah, FOIA.
Exactly. And so when they wouldn't, so a judge from Marion County just did, a ruling saying, yes, release the tapes, and they still wouldn't. As a matter of fact, Carroll County, appealed it, took it to the Court of Appeals, and they spent like $30,000 just up front. And then they lost. Yeah. So
thanks, Ruckus. Freedom of Information Act.
Yes. So basically, Fox 59 at one point told Carroll County, look, we will settle since, this is a small county. Like, where are you getting all this money? Well, that's probably another story. But anyway, they said, hey, if you'll just pay the $30,000, you can, and release the 911 tapes, we'll call it quits. You don't have to pay anymore. But Carroll County said, no. And to this day, it's gone through the court system, and finally it was struck down. And to this day, we have not heard the 911 calls. And because Nick McClelland, the prosecutor in Carroll County, he is saying, oh, well, it's part of the investigation. Well, everybody gets 911 calls. There is something in that 911 call that to me is devastating to somebody, because if Carroll County is willing to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to keep this quiet, that just reeks of cover-up.
Right. Yeah, like you said, a small community would just come up with that money. So it's still to this day, it's not been released at all, period.
No. And that's why I was shocked when the dash cam was released, because I was like, yes, finally something.
It's going
and as bad as that dash cam video is, then that always perks my, spider senses there, so to speak, on what the hell is on that damn 911 call then.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, for them to spend that amount of money to keep it. So, who's the official that is wanting all of this to remain?
They're going by their county prosecutor's word. The council that's deciding this is going by the city council, or the prosecutor, the county prosecutor, which is Nick McClelland. And like Ruckus is saying, it's going to end up costing them $60,000. And, he asked for an additional $5,000 for him and, it'd be $10,000 total for him and Sean Evans in the Delphi case. And they don't even want to give them the $10,000 that they asked for.
Right. But $30,000, no problem.
Right. But like Ruckus said, it's going to end up costing them $60,000 altogether.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing too with that is I watched a city council meeting early on, and some of the members, and I can't remember this guy's name, but you can go back, all of their stuff is online. And the subject of the 911 calls comes up, and one of the city councilmen's like, well, yeah, sure, release it. And somebody says, have you heard that tape? And he's like, well, no, I haven't heard it yet. I haven't gotten around to it, whatever. And then it kind of just dies out as far as anything being said in that meeting of what's on there. But, he is all for, as several other people were like, yeah, release the tape. And obviously something was on there, because later on the council's like, oh, no.
Right. Well, and see, did you hear Pat Brown in that council meeting?
I don't know which one is Pat Brown.
He's kind of like, if you're looking at the screen, he's kind of on that back wall, and he's kind of on the right side. You know what I'm saying? There's an older gentleman, and then I think it's Pat Brown, and then I guess he's in the bunkie in the middle, whatever. So, sorry. Shit show started. Yeah, but he actually, the lady at the Carroll County comment that was there, that was really pressing for it, he kind of twisted the words back around and was like, well, I don't know why anybody would want to hear that. If they do, they're just sick.
Wow.
You talk about, I threw my fucking phone across the room when I heard that. I was like, I can't watch him right now. I'm too mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it was hard watching the dash cam, but you have to, to know the truth.
It was, yeah. I mean, especially like the beginning wasn't. It was just. I noticed how quick they got to the fire station from the house. It was literally like 20 seconds. Um,
Right.
it was interesting seeing the cars parked off to the side, people just walking around. But what was really bothersome was knowing the fire was in the back, seeing the people up front, and then watching them just hang around while it continues to go
Mhm.
and go and go and go. And it's like, what are you doing?
Well,
Exactly.
There's
Josh Ayers' cousins were the ones who lived in the house right behind the Flora house, and now his cousin was married to a girl. She's the one who actually called Josh first, and then waited 6 minutes, you guys, to even
Mhm.
call 911.
Exactly. Yeah.
And by the time
so
she
six
called
minutes.
911, the couple that was actually living upstairs in the upstairs apartment of that house, they called 911 as well. So technically,
Wow.
there's 2 911 tapes, but I don't know. I guess it is
Really?
both of them that they're keeping sealed. Technically, if you want to break it down,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So the sister-in-law, the 911. So that's the one that they're keeping a secret. Is the one.
Well,
With the
they're keeping both of them a secret, honestly.
Yeah, I think in the
Yeah.
timeline that I have, I don't know if it's part of the exponent report or what, but it it says that when Elizabeth Ayers called, like you can hear during that call another that Courtney calling in.
Yeah, Courtney.
So yeah, so I mean, yeah, probably all of it can be heard, and who knows what was said, but obviously something damaging, and I can't get over.
Right.
To me, you're right, CJ. Those people standing on the front porch, forever, and the fire's not even in the front. And then that 6 minute gap, plus all the time it took the fire department to even freaking get there in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like you can just watch this video and look at that timeline and see negligence everywhere. Do I think they're all should be charged in some manner? Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah, there's definitely needs to be some consequences for negligence, in my opinion. Absolutely.
I mean, I think it was like 7, maybe even longer than 7 minutes where they were standing outside before they even went in
Yeah, it was a
and
long
started to
time.
do anything. And
Yeah.
as soon as they went in, it just went out like quick as hell. So
Yeah.
but that was the most disturbing of it was, and I didn't see the very end of it because I didn't want to finish the whole thing, but just seeing them on the porch and knowing what the hell is going on back there, that was like that
Yeah.
was the toughest.
Yeah, it
But
is. It's really hard. I can't, like I said, I can't watch the end of that. No, I can't do it. It tears me up. It's just heart wrenching.
it's
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
And to know that
though,
those
it was like
firefighters took those girls out and
such
put them on that floor of that fire department, that just
Yeah.
is. Whew.
I mean, to me, and this is one of the things that I have not been able to get out in my Flora videos because it makes me so angry. But to me, does that not show what you're taking girls out? This is completely against your training, against code, against everything. You're taking them out of that house and laying them on the cement floor of the fire station. Would you have done that if those were white girls? Would you have? I don't think you would have.
what was
I mean, it's not a bad question to
why
raise, is all I'm going to say.
why like what is it, how do I ask, what is there a reason to even do that in the first place? Like, I don't understand.
No.
Is that some like I just yeah.
So Coach
So
Kev, there we go. Ruckus just said it. Coach Kev, he is a firefighter. I also had my uncle who's a firefighter look at that video, and they were just like, somebody needs to go to jail. Like whoever put those girls, or whoever gave the order to put those girls on that firefighter, on that cement floor, they need to be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did sub to Coach Kev today, and then I subbed to Meow. How do you say it? Meowzadong?
Meows at dong.
Uh,
Yeah. I just call her
yeah.
NZD.
Yeah, when we watched that dash cam,
Mhm.
I appreciate the content. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
that's
never even
Ruckus's
heard of
bald
this.
buddy.
The travel
Hey,
time.
Justice.
The
Oh,
travel
hey,
time
Justice
to the
Sarge.
house makes most sense, and
Yeah. No,
so,
it doesn't.
Justice has been in the hospital?
I don't understand since
Oh,
Saturday.
no.
I love Justice.
Yeah, there was Ruckus. You're right. There was 3 ambulances on the scene, and they took them to the cement fucking floor. Fudging floor.
Yeah.
My bad, Ruckus. I said the F word. Cover your ears, baby.
Oh, look.
He cusses worse than me. He's always trying to blame them on me.
That's it. I just try to keep it off of any
No YouTube and
video.
hospital.
Any
There were
video or
3?
where they can prove it.
Yes.
What the heck? That's crazy. There were 3 ambulances on
Wow.
scene, and they took what the fuck?
Ruckus, why don't you just jump on panel already?
Yeah, here, let me drop a link.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then you can say smart.
Yeah. Yeah, hop on, please. Sorry, I was late to get into chat there. 3 ambulances on scene. What the hell?
Yeah, Ruckus, get your ass on panel. Click on the StreamYard link.
The family connection. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Ruckus, get your ass on panel.
The family
What's
connection.
going on?
How are you? Thank you for hopping up.
I'm doing great. I'm a lot smarter than Jinx is.
I'll give you that one. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are.
How's everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
great. Just being
Well, I
shocked
mean, you're
by
here,
this
so
whole
I guess
thing.
I got to behave now.
No, you don't.
Oh, there wasn't a lick and a prayer on that happening anyway.
No, I didn't think so. I wouldn't have you any other way, though. But yeah, for you guys that don't know about Flora, man, if you subscribe to Coach Kevin Meow, they're really on it. But we've all deep dived on it, and I'm telling you, man, the more you look, the more you get pissed.
Yeah.
I'm madder than a
Yeah.
stepped-on cat, as Jinx would
Yeah.
say.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, since I saw that dash cam, I mean, that was pretty close. I mean, that was right in the beginning almost of
Yeah.
what we were checking out. And I was just like,
Yeah,
Jinx
dude,
is
me and
like,
Coach
"See how
Kev
long
watched
this
that,
is?"
and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It is. Like at first, I'm just like, okay, they're going here, they're going there, they're going there, and then as I'm sitting there, and then I'm watching the front of the house, and I'm just like, and the time ticks and ticks and ticks, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yep.
Where's the training? I don't know. Like, it just didn't make any damn sense. And then, like you just put in chat, 3 ambulances on scene, and I don't even understand what the purpose of putting them on or even moving them in the first place.
It's against the law what they did.
Like,
They broke
it's
the
a
law.
crime scene, right? Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's moving a body. You can't do that.
No, the coroner's the only one that's supposed to be able to do that.
That's right. Now, Coach Kev calls it calling. So a coroner is the only one that can call a body. In other words, pronounce them dead.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
nobody did that. And they just carried these girls and put them on a dirty ass fire department. You know what's on the floor in there? Diesel, trash, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Spit,
Yeah.
cigarette butts, chewing tobacco.
And now they air flighted Yoder and
Galen Rose.
Dissinger, the two cops.
Dysinger. It's
Dysinger.
She got me on that the other night.
Okay, Jinx, listen, you cannot correct anybody about how they talk. You have no business. No business
Touche.
correcting nobody.
Touche.
But they flew them out, medevac, in helicopters, and there's 3 ambulances sitting there that they cut loose. All right, you guys can go back into service. And took the girls to the damn fire department. That's a shame.
And nobody got in trouble?
CJ, this is ridiculous. Now, I don't believe that this is a racially motivated crime.
It is.
But it's afterwards, the girls didn't get half the attention that Delphi did.
Right.
Because they're black, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah. No, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't believe that it was a racially motivated crime, but I believe that things like the lack of attention and the putting the girls on the floor shows a distinct disdain for them. And I believe that is racial, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
Quit copying me, Jinx.
So this only happened 4 months before Delphi, and so when Delphi happened, that's just what took over.
November 2016, Flora fire, and then February 2017, Delphi.
And now I've seen pictures of the inside of the house post-fire. And nothing in there. Me and Kev looked at them, and Meow. Nothing says accelerants. Even on the back porch, you can see where they cut the floor out to send it out to the lab to look for accelerants. Now, there's a lot of gatoring. Looks like gator skin on the wall around the doorway heading into the kitchen. So that's suspect, but it really doesn't show anything. And the fire burnt the way it should burn. You know, when they busted the windows out, I mean, you're adding as much fuel as you possibly can. There's endless oxygen. You know, that's the best way to keep a fire going.
Right.
Yeah, but they got it right out. That black, thick smoke was coming out. You could see, now, Jinx, Dessinger, is it?
Dysinger,
okay.
Yes, sir.
You can see Dysinger and Yoder's flashlight in the house. Now, it looks like one of the firemen kneels down, crawls in the door a little bit, and then backs right out like he's saying, no, I ain't going in there. When in all actuality, what he's doing is helping pull Yoder out, is what he's doing there.
Oh.
So when they busted that second window out, when the fire department busted that second window out, big old bay window on the porch, that fire really kicked in. And it was thick black smoke. And that's bad smoke, Kev said. But as soon as they put water on it, it's white smoke. So Kev's like, if I'm running the pump and I see it go from black smoke to white smoke, I know they're on the fire. Good job, boys. That's what they should do. And immediately, boom, they start taking the girls out. You know, so once they got water on it, man, they got in there and got the girls. They knew where they were at. But there's so much that pisses you off. And you saw the dash cam, right, CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they could have drove a vehicle up to that porch and climbed up on there and got them girls out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And every single fire truck has a ladder on it. Every single one. Why wasn't anybody getting them girls out from the window?
Wow. Yeah, because, I mean, you kept hearing them. I don't know how many windows they broke, but it was a lot. I mean, I kept hearing smash and smash and smash.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Man,
and Dennis Randall was on site by then.
You know, that's a good point.
He's the top fire guy in the state, Dennis Randall. And his son, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, was the fire chief. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And they let that SOB retire. Full benefits. Dennis Randall.
Yeah, that was right after, wasn't that right after it happened?
Yeah, as soon as they asked him 2 questions, he go, I quit.
No way.
And Ives quit too. Ives is a nice guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. But it's BS that he quit after Delphi and the Flora fires, and then he starts talking about them. As soon as he quits, he starts disclosing information that he shouldn't be. You know, he's not
Whoa.
even practicing law anymore. Yeah, he's like bump this. I'm getting out of all this. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Wow.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
CJ, not one ladder. They didn't. And like Coach Kev said, when you get there and the mother's outside screaming and telling you that the girls are up in this room, 11 times out of 10, the children are in that room. The mother's going to tell you where they're at, and you need to go
Yeah.
there first. And nobody went there. Nobody. It's
Yeah.
easy to Monday morning quarterback, but still, damn. I mean, I could get my fat ass up on that roof if I got adrenaline and there's 4 babies in there. That need
Fuck
me.
yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I ain't going to
And
leap up there like a gazelle. It's going to look ugly as hell, but I'll get up there. Believe that. I'll dent the shit out of the top of a car trying to get up there.
I didn't even think about it when I was watching that dash cam either. I was just looking at the front, and yeah, this is a good point. They could have drove right up there and got on the roof of the porch and went up through there.
It's crazy.
So nobody went through the back door though, or did they?
Now, the back side of the house was engulfed in flames. Now, the neighbor that lived behind was the guy that owned the house, Josh Ayers. It was his brother that lived behind. And it was his wife that called Josh first, said, hey, dude, your house is on fire. And then talks to her husband for a minute and then calls 911 6 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
infuriating.
6.
It's infuriating.
I mean, who doesn't see this shit going on and think the first thing you need to do is call 911? It's an emergency
Right.
service system that would come and help.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhat professional, anyways. You would hope. Jesus, you
And
didn't get it though out of the
somebody-
floor fire.
Somebody else was calling while that lady was calling as well? Is that
No,
what-
she hung up with 911. And then the woman that lives on the second floor also called.
Yep.
the second floor of the property that was on fire, or the second floor of the neighbor?
That second floor of the property that's on fire. Now, CJ,
Wow,
this was
okay.
a single family dwelling. And sometime in the 90s, they turned it into a 2-family. So it was kind of strange how they did it. You had the first floor, and then you had a set of steps that went up to a single bedroom. That's where the girls were. But then the rest of the second floor was another apartment that had an outside stairwell and entrance. So Dysinger, when he got there, he went up those stairs and was looking up there. Man, if he'd just gone in, I would have went through the wall, something. Poor Galen was screaming. Everybody knew where them babies were.
Oh, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she tried to go in. She almost died trying to save her baby. Who wouldn't, though?
Yeah.
See, that's what gets me about that 911 call and
Oh.
Elizabeth Ayers is like you're awake and you see smoke pouring out. You see Galen screaming for her kids. What compels you to call Josh instead of 911? Like-
Agreed.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not only does it not make sense, like what kind of person are you that your first call would be to the homeowner and not to save these people? These are the things that really throw up huge red flags to me.
Well, there's a lot involved too, because we're looking at it. What is the most probable motive if this is arson? And it's money,
Yeah.
right? It's insurance
Yes,
money.
it is.
Right.
Well, in the state of
Insurance.
Indiana, insurance will pay you as the homeowner. They'll pay for your home if it's an arson, as long as the homeowner is not implicated in that arson. So if somebody else burns your house down, you're good. So it's all suspect, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Well-
isn't it, CJ?
Wow.
And y'all got to remember, like, hell, all these families are intertwined, and most of these people are nepotism babies, you know what I mean? So they kind of have that I'm privileged attitude, too, you know?
Yeah, around there, I was
What's
asking,
the
if you and
population?
your wife get divorced, are you still cousins?
Right?
How's that work?
Shit.
How's that work?
I'm telling you, there is so much. I'm like, somebody's got to be inbred, okay? And I can think of a couple right off the top of my head that probably are.
And there's more, CJ.
Oh, yeah,
About
there's-
2 weeks before this fire, Becky Patty is the one who did the valuation on the house.
Appraisal.
They're
Yeah,
pretty-
for the insurance company.
Patty's appraisals.
Crazy. And
Really?
What's the uncle's name that allegedly found the girls?
So he just
Elkhart?
wanted to let it burn.
Erskine.
Erskine, yeah.
Erskine's. He's in this
Ers-
video. He's the one
Yeah,
that's standing.
he's one of the firefighters in this video. Yes, that's what I was telling you the other night. The David Erskine, he is the Delphi link, honestly. So he was there at the Flora fire, and you can clearly
David
see
Erskine.
him. And then he also had these terrible leaked texts, you know, and you just you just don't know. But like I said, there's so much intertwined as far as families and cousins and fudge. They're all related.
You know, there's one theory, and
Yeah,
you know, this is
population
just a-
2,100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One wild theory, and I don't know. Maybe somebody knows if there's a link there or not. But you know, the day that Libby supposedly, if you are on that narrative, which I don't know where I stand, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But on that day, February 13th, Becky Patty said that Libby was doing some filing for her, Libby and Abby. So, you know, people have speculated if she was doing filing and she saw something or heard something, you know, in regards to that appraisal. You know, it's like I was talking to my daughter. She said, well, I wouldn't know. I said, no, you wouldn't know about that. But you know a lot about nursing because that's what you hear me talk about. If I was an appraiser and, you know, all of a sudden you're looking, you hear me talk, you know, kind of what property values, you hear that a lot.
Oh yeah.
So if Libby knew anything, maybe the theory is from some people is that she was, you know, going to spill the beans. Well, you know, in a county
What?
that small, you know, being that Becky Patty appraised the place is not to me, you know, any kind of conviction because it's a small place. I don't know how many appraisers they have in Carroll County. Maybe it's a coincidence. But that's why that some people say, okay, the Patties have some rumors of, let me state this for legal reasons, rumors of being involved in real estate deals and this arson payout and yada, yada, yada.
Well, now I do know that the heirs collected some money on the house, and he is not wanting to pay to have it demolished because he's a cheap bastard.
And that's not the first house that he got insurance money for.
No, it's not.
Burned
It's not the
down.
first house.
Really?
Now I don't
He had
think
a barn
that
too, right?
I don't think Becky Patty's tied into this. I don't. I just find it interesting that
Yeah.
she is involved with it, and some say that she over appraised that home by a
She
lot.
sure as hell did.
By a lot. Now I don't know
By
what
a
property
lot.
goes for there.
That's
Yeah.
quite a
What's,
lot.
do you know what the value of the property around it is compared to the value of that one?
I
You
want
know
to
the
say it was
difference?
around three. I think it was around 3 times more than the house was actually worth that she appraised it for.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it
shit.
was 3 times more than the houses, comparable houses in the area. Is what
Right.
it
I got it
turned out.
written down, and that's about right. I said 3 times. I don't have to call bullshit tonight on my numbers.
No,
Wow.
you're right. You
That's
got it.
crazy.
I was trying to
Wow.
find that online.
2
those
weeks
appraisal
before.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
crazy
And
is
they-
that? And there's a
2
whole
weeks.
thing, CJ. When after they put the fire out, okay, they did a quick investigation. They found that the allegedly, and I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it because I don't have my camera on. But
It's all speculation.
they allegedly
Good.
people are arguing whether or not there was batteries in the fire alarms, smoke detectors.
I don't
So
think they were.
yeah, so they're saying, well, they could have been. Well, we won't know, CJ, because they cleaned that shit up that
Yeah.
morning, shoveled everything out
Yeah.
before they could investigate anything.
So honestly, that's a limbo question.
Wow.
Nobody can prove it or disprove it, and that's such bullshit.
Right.
And-
So they did their initial inquiry, and Randall says, all right, there was accelerants. It's an arson. Bang, wash his hands of it. Well, about a month later, there was a whistleblower who put in a letter, sent it to anybody who would listen, Doug Carter, everybody. And within minutes, emails started flying between these bigwigs, and they can prove this, trying to cover it up. And that's when Randall quit. Randall's like, I'm out. You guys can handle this. I'm out. I'm getting my retirement. I'm going to dip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Justice is saying that they did arrest Todd Kreider of Camden, level 4 felony charge of arson. Do
For
y'all know about
business
that?
arson? For business arson?
Oh, okay.
Todd Crider, Crider.
Now, related to this case, Justice? And here's another thing, too. They cut the power to that house while they were fighting the fire.
What?
Yeah.
That's not something you usually do.
No, that's not something we usually do at all. Okay, hey, Kel, I'm not exactly sure why Josh Ayers had it appraised. I don't know if it was something to do with, end of the year, reevaluating for the first of the year, kind of BS and stuff like that.
Or
since it was a rental property.
He's burning it down. Burn it down.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, burning it down, yeah. But he was asking why he had it appraised in the first place. Yeah, like maybe refinancing, insurance money for, burning, whatever. Sure.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks before for sure.
Bullshit.
It brought back the movie Backdraft to me.
You need a cough drop, Jinx? You all right?
Yeah, I think I got all the bullshit out.
You got something stuck in your throat. A little bullshit.
A little bullshit.
I'm sorry, CJ. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. It just brought back the movie Backdraft. When I first started watching, when we first went into it that first night last week, I was just like, yeah, it makes me think of Backdraft.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
Well,
just
you guys want to hear something really, really wild?
Yes.
Just
You know why Nick McClellan became a lawyer, right?
No.
To get his daddy out of fire charges.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Nick McClellan's daddy, look it up. He had some kind of arson
Charges?
Uh-huh.
And he got him out of it.
I don't know if he necessarily got him out of it. I think he helped him out a lot, but that's why he became a lawyer in the first place.
And it's Nick McClellan that says they shouldn't release the 911 tapes.
He is super adamant about that.
Correct. Now here's the thing where we need to be careful, because this is thin ice. He may be saving it because he's going to prosecute somebody. And if he's doing that, I'm down with it. That's fine. If you need it because you're going to prosecute one of these good old boys and you don't need the network knowing what you're doing, I'm okay with that.
Right.
But to hide something, no, you can't do that. You got to release that tape. Let the chips fall where they may. They can't hold it forever. It'll come out eventually.
Oh yeah. Man.
Hey, I'm sorry, this is just a light moment. I've got a song for you. This is what I play at work. For you, Jinx.
Oh. Back up, boys. Yes.
I play that at work in the office when my inmates are just, full of it.
Oh, I've been around inmates, and they're full of it.
Oh my God. There's a song by, I can't think of how to say her name. It's Kyle or something, and it's called Attitude. And if I'm irritated with my husband, I'll put it on, and she's like, so what, I got an attitude. Bitch, I got an attitude. I love it.
You need to leave that man alone.
He's so sweet to me, y'all. I swear, he's such a peach. I don't know why he puts up with me. God love him.
I'm not saying nothing. He's probably afraid of you. Weigh like what, 40 pounds, and he's probably afraid of you.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, he is. He really is. He's like, no. He said she'll climb me like a damn tree and warm my head up.
I would sleep with one eye open.
Well, we're avid gun owners, so we got a couple of crossbows on the wall and guns under the pillows. We don't play in this house.
Oh my goodness.
I'm the bow girl. I like my bows and arrows.
Yeah. Silky, you work in a prison or a jail?
County jail.
Okay. I worked in booking at a county jail for a while.
Oh man, it's a wild place, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why I've had my shoulders replaced. Everybody wants to fight, man.
Oh yeah.
I've had my ass whooped. I was no good at fighting at first. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I used to tell them, look, man, I'm 0-99. Ain't nobody wants to go 100. I'll shoot you. Don't even mess with me there. I'm waiting on some old dude, some old guy to come in. I'm gonna beat him up, and then I'm good. I'll be 1 in 99. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah, I get more calls for medical, for emergencies to booking than I do anywhere in the whole jail.
Yeah, I loved it though.
Oh, I do
That's
too.
funny.
I'd be walking by, they'd be in the chute, and they'd be like, "You bald headed something? Oh, pop this chute. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Pop this chute. I got something for your ass. I'll put something on your Ajax won't take off. You watch your mouth."
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
funny, a Boston guy trying to talk like a Yankee boy. You know, they couldn't even like a redneck. I mean, they couldn't understand me when I
redneck.
first got here. They could
Oh my
not understand.
gosh.
Does the name Don Doolin?
Dan
Sound-
Doolin.
Dan.
I seen
yeah.
the name in chat at some point.
Mhm.
Is that related to this case too, or?
He's a conservation officer.
Allegedly.
That
Oh, the
yeah,
Delphi.
allegedly.
The one.
He's
Yep.
the alleged
Oh.
conservation officer that took the tip from Richard Allen. Now, y'all listen. I have thought about this, and I didn't know how to like say it at first, but now look. So I do know that next day, you know, that they did have people out at certain areas and they were trying to collect tips. I know that everybody's like, well, what the fuck was it doing at a grocery store? Well, you know, they were trying to go to popular places where they knew that there was going to be a lot of traffic and try and get as many people to give, you know, firsthand tips real quick in a hurry, like right after this happened. So honestly, Dan Doolin being at a grocery store and then Richard Allen walking up and being like, hey, yeah, you know, like, oh, you're taking tips here. I was there, you know, that doesn't seem outlandish to me.
Okay.
So you're saying he was going in to buy a box of Juju beads, and our boy Dan said, "Hey, you got a second there, buddy?"
Well, I mean, maybe Dan was just standing outside being like, hey, you know, you guys got any tips to, you know anything about the high bridge yesterday, yada, yada, yada. Anybody want to, you know, tell me anything? You know, I'm here to take, you know, information. We're collecting. And yeah, maybe Richard Allen, maybe that's what it was. He walked up to him and was like, hey, you know, I was there. I was wearing this, you know, I was there from this time to this time.
I can't see it. I can't see it. It's a full report. You know, you don't write that shit on a napkin and give it to somebody. It's a full report they got to take.
See, that's where I get confused too, because it's either bullshit, it's all bullshit either, or, I mean, that's how it just went down. I know that they were out collecting tips, though.
Well, I'll tell you this, too. The 2019 presser, right, where they come out and said anybody that's seen a vehicle or knows who is in that vehicle at the CPS building needs to come forward. They were very adamant about that. Well, you think this conservation asshole would have said, yeah, oh, hey, what about that tip I put in? It was exactly that. Where was he then?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See,
And
that's
where
why
was Richard
I'm-
Allen? Where was Richard Allen? Because he told him he was there, if that happened.
Right.
Right.
I don't like the whole thing because they blamed it on a civilian in the FBI for misfiling it. Right away, the FBI said, "Oh hell no!"
Oh,
that
hell
didn't
no.
happen."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't believe any of it. I think they were just deflecting
I do too.
to protect Keegan Klein because he was snitching.
Yeah. See, that's what I think, honestly. It's either all bullshit or, you know, it really just went down the way I tried to explain it a minute ago, which I do think it's kind of bullshit. Not gonna lie.
It might coulda. Did I say
It might
that right?
could have been.
Yeah,
It
did I
might
say that right?
could have been. You got to
Might
get the bean in there.
Yeah. I used to could think that, but it might could have been.
You're getting it.
And so the
Mr.
guy that
Coulda.
found the body worked for the fire department in this
Yep.
case, right?
Erskine, yes.
So this is why CJ.
So he was
some
one of
people-
these firemen here,
Hmm.
but this is a lot. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is why some people theorize that that Libby was, and Abby was just, you know, collateral damage, but they hypothesized that because of the Erskine relation to the Patties and all this kind of stuff, that it was a revenge offing, unaliving of Libby and Abby, having to do with Flora. But you know, to me that from what I know, that's far-fetched. But now if somebody has a connection that I don't know about, I'm willing to listen for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we excuse me, Coach Kev Meow and I are starting to get some our thoughts put together on this. So we're making some headway. Meow is very well versed in
Yeah.
Yes.
this case. She knows all the ins and outs. She knows all the investigators. She speaks with them. So
Yes.
she's a great asset to have.
Do
Where me
you
and Kevin
guys
are
do a
just the
show?
assholes that ask questions.
Do you guys do a show, all three?
Uh, we've
Uh,
we've got one coming up. We just don't know when. We talk about it constantly, but
okay.
we just never really get it put together. I've been on a couple panels with him, but
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
this is a fire thing. What I was most curious about is who has the arresting powers within the fire department in the state. Who can is it the fire marshal? Homeland Security, who's got the arresting powers? Because as a law enforcement officer, they're not going to come over to me and say, "Hey, you need to investigate this." I mean, hell no. What the hell do I know about fires? I don't know anything about a
Right.
fire.
Mhm.
Right.
So, yeah, there's no there's no statutes on it as far as investigating. So that's Kev's territory, and
Okay.
and,
Yeah.
and Meow's just so smart.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
My.
so smart. She
I'm
can.
not even gonna.
She you know, you need to get a booth at the flea market if you need some business and stay out of mine. You know what I'm saying, Jinx?
I'll
McDonald's,
get my heist right on it.
yeah, your quarter horse.
My
Just a regular
God.
quarter horse. Yeah. But Meow knows all the ins and outs, and she
Oh,
knows
shit.
she knows how to get information. So she's a
Hmm.
she's like an encyclopedia on this case, and she's getting caught up with Delphi. She's pretty good at Delphi now as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered why nobody was, especially if they moved the bodies to the floor of the fire department, why was nobody arrested? Why was nobody, you know,
Yeah, it's definitely against the
it's
law.
like, yeah, right. It's like,
Mhm.
why didn't something happen
Well, it goes back
right
to the
there?
accountability thing. Like, I'm not sure exactly who is, supposed to hold these firefighters accountable for their actions or non-actions.
And
Right.
they're all buddies, so they didn't want to, they
Oh
just wanted
Lord,
to try
yeah.
and leave it alone or something. And
Well, they're so used to CJ, what they say goes. So Dennis Randall
Mhm.
said, "This is what happened," and that's it.
Yep.
Wipes his hand. Well,
Yep.
until somebody in his office writes a little nudge, nudge, wink, wink note and blows the whole thing up, and they bring in the feds to look at it. And it's still in litigation. Still. The baby's mom, Galen, she hasn't been paid. Nothing's been settled.
Nope.
Josh hasn't got his money. He's leaving the house just like it is. He doesn't want to pay to have it demolished or anything. And it's an old house.
Yeah.
So
It
it
is.
and the outside of the house is asbestos lapping.
yeah,
Mhm.
Asbestos.
right,
Yeah, damn break, man. These people have
right,
lost their minds.
right.
So what?
They're stuck on stupid is what they are.
Stuck on
It's,
stupid.
Excuse me.
SOS.
I can imagine how much it would cost to demolish it,
Sorry.
especially when you're dealing with asbestos and shit too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he tried to
Yeah,
just go
kinda-
ahead and burn it down. That was the plan.
Yeah, that was
Right.
the plan.
Yeah. Now this
Yeah.
is a whole new thing now. What you mean knock it down? I try to burn it down.
Right.
So,
And-
what do y'all think is the main motivating factor for Dennis Randall, Adam Randall, and Robert Ives to all jump ship?
That's
They
crazy.
all? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all dipped. They all dipped.
Wow.
And did you guys see the tattoo on the young Randall's back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. Adam's having some problems, definitely. I think dealing with probably what he knows,
What
because
in
I do
God's
think
name
that
would
he
make
knows.
him do that?
I think he knows for sure. I mean, and his daddy Dennis. One of the reasons that he probably went ahead and did, besides this, another motivating factor was, his wife Jean.
Yes.
She was
Yeah.
getting woo.
Embezzlement. Yeah.
And Trooper
Okay, now see,
Edwards is the one that
I-
investigated her,
Uh-huh.
and then he had to investigate this too, which is a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
All right,
CJ,
let me see. How many people are in here tonight? Is there a bunch of people in the chat tonight? Is there going to be a
16.
replay on this? Okay,
16.
so I actually know Dennis and Jean Randall because of their daughter. Nicole. I was actually in Nicole's wedding.
What?
Wow.
So you're all
Yeah.
up in this. I gotta watch what I
Hey,
say
no,
around you.
I'm not all up in this, okay? I as soon as all this shit happened, I was like, right after Delphi, I just dropped off the face of the earth, y'all. I was like, nope, I don't want nothing to do with that no more.
Hey, Mr. Randall, if you watch the replay on this, I don't know who Jinx is.
No, I don't
Okay,
know who
so
Jinx
just-
is. Jinx who? But yeah, Nicole, I was in Nicole's wedding.
Oh my goodness.
hmm
So you're in that crowd. You know them.
I know some of them, yeah. I mean, like I said, incognito mode always. But
Yeah.
some of them.
Okay. Well, you're not proud of it because your voice just
No.
went up 3 octaves when you said that.
No, that's one of those. I have badges of dishonor that I wear to keep me humble. Okay.
Oh, okay. I got you. You acting like I'm brand new, like I can't read somebody lying.
Oh no, I know you can, you smart ass.
Oh, smart ass.
Smat.
Yeah, smart ass.
It's like smat. It's like smat.
If you're gonna hit, no, it's not. You're putting too much effort. Smart.
Well, I don't know. I just draw everything. Okay, everything just comes out like a draw.
Oh my goodness. OMG.
I was gonna tell CJ because I know he doesn't know. Dennis Randall. Now, wasn't he Homeland Security?
But he was the sheriff first.
Yeah,
Dennis
yeah,
Randall.
he was
Okay.
sheriff first.
But yeah, and he was like the investigator of Flora. But his wife was investigated for embezzlement and charged with embezzlement.
Yeah.
And one of the guys from the
Whoa.
fire department, yeah. So there's that. See, it gets to be a whole big fat mess. And I mean, not saying
Yeah,
that
there's so many
whatever.
names.
Yeah, and so he had that going on. So I didn't know if that was part of his leaving. But also one of the guys that investigated her was involved in the Flora investigation. So it's like he trucked off. He didn't like leave. He took another position, but he got himself out of Flora too because of this whole thing where he had investigated Dennis Randall's wife. It's just a big old stew pot of mess.
It's a hot mess.
Uh-huh.
And none of it's supposed to take place. Like I said, Trooper Edwards is the one that investigated Mrs. Randall for that embezzlement charge. Well, now he's investigating Randall on this charge. That's a total. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're saying, and I can understand that. Now I live in a county, but they're saying the Trooper Edwards, he covered like 250 square miles, and it so happens that both of these cases fall in his jurisdiction. So in his zone or whatever they call it there. So it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Hey, Ruckus, let me ask you about Nick McClellan because, he was a defense attorney. And then all of a sudden, they hired him to be the prosecutor, but him having defended all of these criminals or, charged people, whatever they were, I mean, he had a good understanding of the underbelly to start with. So why would the county, because now he would have to recuse himself off so many cases that he has been involved on the other side. Why would Carroll County want to hire him as their prosecutor? Like, that makes no sense to me.
No, you're absolutely right. Just because of his history of defending.
Inbreeding. Sorry, cough again. Inbreeding.
But the thing is, and I don't have a problem with Nick. I don't have a problem with him prosecuting the Delphi case. None of that. People that are saying they just don't realize it. Right now, in the Delphi case specifically, everything's been turned over. Right? So there's no more investigating going on with Richard Allen. Everything got turned over to the prosecutor. So from here on in, unfortunately, facts don't matter. It's all sleight of hand, smoke and mirrors, how they present the case, theatrics. And if you don't believe me, look at O.J. Simpson and Casey Anthony. Okay?
Right.
So everybody's saying, they call him Slick Rick, and he's a liar, and he's a jerk. And all. Well, perfect then. He's the perfect prosecutor if he's all that, because that's what he needs to be. That's a perfect
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I think he's definitely a partisan backdoor dealings at the same time. Just because of all the family and the connections and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was related to the Patties, but it was through marriage and all that jazz. But still,
Yeah, well, I mean, you're all up in it. You're in the wedding party. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
No, I dropped off the face of the earth. Like, these people probably couldn't even tell you. And I've changed. My hair is different and everything, so they couldn't probably figure me out.
Breaking news.
I want to see pictures from that wedding. I want to see you all drunk up
my Lord.
doing the chicken dance with all these people. I want to see that video.
Lord.
Did you catch the garter? Did you catch that?
No, actually, I didn't. I thought about it, though, because trust me, them fellas was acting stupid. I was like, I'm going to whoop up these guys.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'd already had too many beers, trust me.
And you're little bitty. You can't have many beers, can you?
Hi, now listen, I am Southern, and I came up with a hollow leg, darling. I'll put some beers down.
Okay, I'm mad at you. My wife's like that. I met her at a keg party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah!
I'm all right with all that. I got no problem with that whatsoever. But CJ, if you get a chance, if you look at Coach Kev and Mao Zedong, if you look at her page, and that's the name of her cat, by the way. A lot of people are like, what does that even mean? It's a play on words. Instead of Mao Zedong, the old Chinese leader, it's Miao Zedong. That's her cat's name.
That's cool.
Yeah, so people don't know that. And if you look at her, you can see it on this video here. It's a little cat that's on fire. So that's why she only did the Flora fire to start with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so people don't know what her
Cool
thing
logo.
is. Yeah,
like it.
and she's really cool. I mean, we FaceTime and we talk and stuff like that, and she's in it. Don't try and talk about something else where ain't no small talk, ain't no chit chat.
No, she is.
Yeah, you talking floor fire, and then she just, I'm done talking to you.
Tack,
Hangs
tack,
up on
tack.
your ass.
Yeah.
I was looking at my wife. I said, "Is this bitch just hung straight up on me?" Just said, "I'm done talking to you." Bleep. Okay.
Yep.
I was mid-sentence. We don't do that shit in Boston.
You don't know what the Irish goodbye is?
Yeah, I'm Irish. What are you talking about? I know all
That's
about
why
that.
I said it. I said, you don't know what the Irish goodbye is, darling?
What was that word you just said?
Irish?
Sid? I just said it? What?
I just said.
What?
I just said it.
How many syllables are in the word said, Jinx?
Said.
One that I know of. How many? I hear like three in that when you're saying that. There's 3 syllables in it.
At least 2 in the South.
They quick.
Yeah,
They
at
quick, but
least.
there's 3 syllables in there.
Just got to work with the octaves. You flow them up and down.
Now,
of
Kelp
videos on
in the chat room, she asked a very good question about the Delphi case. Richard Allen got arrested, and it appears that the law that he got arrested under has changed. So, how did they proceed with that? Do they go by what the law was in 2017 when the crime was committed? Do they go by what the law was in 2022 when he's arrested? That's not the case. It's proactive, not retroactive, all these laws. So when it comes time for trial, that's whatever it is when the trial comes around is what they use. And it's mostly for sentencing anyway.
Yeah.
But you look at all these poor people that got arrested and thrown under the jail for marijuana, and then, whoop, it's legal now. What do you do with those folks? Well, they're still in jail because when they broke the law, they knew it was against the law. Now, a lot of them, they've commuted to probation and stuff like that, which they should. But still, so any laws that get changed while you're waiting for trial, whatever it is at trial time, is what they use. But that was a great question, Kelp. That was a very good question.
They have cat DNA test. I'm sorry, I was reading chat. It
Yeah,
just popped
Yeah,
up.
cat DNA
they
test.
did. The cat.
is-
Mine's 100% dumpster goblin. I don't need no DNA test.
That's
What are
crazy.
you talking
I'm
about?
a sucker for the doggo.
Justice Served Daily said, have you guys heard of a cat DNA
Cat
test?
DNA test.
Yeah.
Cat as in the pet, the animal?
Yeah,
Cat?
kitty cat meow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Richard
Yeah.
Allen's cat. I've heard that they
Sorry.
supposedly exhumed his
God.
cat for cat hair.
What?
Yeah. I did a video on that a couple months ago where they're saying,
Really?
I guess, that there were animal hairs on, I can't remember if it was Libby or Abby, and
Oh, my
they
Lord.
exhumed his cat when they searched his yard to check see if they could match DNA.
Hmm. Well, I
70
can
bucks?
see that. I've never heard of it, but if they have, say, cat hair, and then they find cat hair and they want to match it up. Now, in the old
Oh,
days,
Lord.
they'd match it up just under the microscope, see if it fits.
Yeah.
But now, if they can pull DNA from it, why not
Yeah.
really make it solid? It's all a dog and pony show. It's just for the juries.
Yeah.
All these expert witnesses, their only purpose there is to wow the jury.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll parade them people in and out if the judge ain't careful.
Yeah, didn't they get like 2 million or something for the?
For the trial,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justice.
It's a little
I think
over
it was
now,
like
I
2
think.
million, right? 2.1 or something like that.
I heard 2.1. CJ,
Yeah.
that's the number I heard.
That's what I think I heard
I
too.
think. I think.
But
I ain't
yet
got
they
that
won't
written
give
down.
poor Nick another $5,000. Can you believe
Right.
that stupid
That's
ass
crazy.
shit? The back and I've been to those. I've watched my share of begging for a budget every year. You have to go through that. People, some people made videos. I'm not going to say any names with some ominous music playing in the background during these. There is nothing ominous about those meetings. There are a bunch of dumbass rednecks controlling the purse strings for the county.
Yeah.
And not giving that man an extra $5,000-$10,000. And who's against it? The chick that owns the Pizza King.
Mm-hmm.
What in the hell is going on around there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm
the
saying?
fuck?
Yeah.
She's not a very nice person in a face-to-face situation anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I ain't been face to face with her. Because I'd tell her about her stupid ass. And
Oh.
you want to see something terrible, go to the meeting where they vote for their own raise. You want to see some shit.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you want to see some corruption.
No, listen, my husband has picked me up out of Walmart with a full cart of groceries and just packed me out because I've done been tearing into somebody, okay? Like, no, I'm so glad that I'm not allowed in these meetings.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. See, I'm afraid of people like you. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm just like a firecracker. I just pop and then I'm like, oh, I'm good now. Can I have some chocolate?
But I mean, I'd look at you and I'd say, okay, she ain't gonna do. What's she gonna jump up and hit me in the nuts? I mean, she weighs 60 pounds. You know, what's she gonna? And then bam, you rip into my ass. I can't handle that.
I'm telling you, Mighty Mouse.
Mm-mm. You watch my fat ass run. I might not make it, but you're gonna have to go about. You're gonna have to go about a good 20 feet to catch me. You can believe that?
Nah, see, I'm short, so I have to go for the legs. Sweep them motherfuckers. I mean, sweep them suckers.
Yeah.
You got a
She'll
potty
already
mouth.
be done
I
halfway
know.
through your sentence. You'll be like, "What just hit?" Boom,
Yeah.
like Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, I'm gonna sweep them legs. You're gonna go down on your ass,
Done.
and then it's
It's like,
game
whoa,
over because I got you on the ground.
My goodness.
I grew up with older cousins. We know how to wrestle.
Dude, you sweep my legs, it might be fatal. I got little skinny. I'm a fat guy with little skinny legs. You know, I have people all the time saying, "Is that your legs, or you riding an ostrich?" You know what I mean? I got some skinny ass legs. You can't just
All
kick
right,
me in the
if
damn
we
leg.
meet, you just got to let me rub your head, and then I'll behave.
No,
I'll
I
shine
don't
it up
trust
for
you.
you.
I don't
I'll
trust
shine
you.
it up for you, just real good.
I don't trust you, Jinx. You ain't touching me. You put me in a headlock or some shit. No, I ain't have it. I have to go to the hospital and say, "Can you remove this thing from my neck, please?" Yeah, I ain't with it. I'll have Grizz on my side. I'll put Grizz on him. I'm glad he's here. I'll put Grizz on him.
I don't know. Grizz will give me a big
All
bear
these-
hug,
all
and then
these
I might be
women ganging
okay.
up on us guys.
Yeah, CJ, I was like, you know what? This sounds fun. I'll go up on the panel. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight now. I'm worried about Jinx plotting against my ass from 1,400 miles away.
Hey, you never know,
Always
man.
getting
Southern girls are
attacked.
clever.
You gotta be careful.
We know how to kill you with kindness, so you better watch it.
You might be clever, but you ain't smart.
Well, if you can't kill him with
Pizza
kindness, you
King,
just
that's
bury him in the
crazy.
backyard.
Lady
That's
that owned the
right.
Pizza King.
Girl, I know it. I always got a shovel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
CJ, see, now they're talking about
I
burying
mean-
us in the yard. I mean, this is getting
Oh
bad.
shit!
Right?
It's on
I
tape.
got a big,
It's on tape.
Yeah.
and I got
mean-
a big yard.
First, you're going to get demonetized from her potty mouth, and then we're going to get killed and buried in her
I
yard.
know. I keep trying to remember to say fudge, but I swear my papa raised me, so I'm a sailor, okay? Got my skivvies on and everything.
You know, if we had a swear jar in here just for Jinx,
Well, you heard it here.
Oh, Lord. Boy,
she could
I've been
fund
taking us on a Hawaiian vacation.
she could fund the space program with her
Yeah, that
with her
too.
swear jar.
That too.
Right,
How
guys.
to hide a body 101 Kelt. That's cute.
But I'm off like a prom dress. I got things I gotta do. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball.
See, Justice Third Daly's got it right.
how
You know,
often do you
she's
get
talking
on?
about biscuits and gravy. That's how I get you. You go ahead and eat them biscuits and gravy, baby. Don't worry. I'm just going to take this shovel out back for a while.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. CJ, thanks for having me on.
Bye, Ruckus.
Yeah, how often
you
do
guys
get
have a
on?
great night.
Every night, or
Yeah, I'm out. I gotta go, man.
Bye, Ruckus.
Bye, and I'll see you again, CJ. I catch you whenever I can, my brother. I love your show, man. You're doing a great job.
hey, how often do you stream? Thank you, I appreciate it. How often do you stream?
Well, I try and look,
I'd
see
like to
when
come
Jinx
back
isn't
and
going to
hang
be around, and I do a live real quick, so she don't cuss and get me cut off. But I don't know. I don't
Gotta
like
walk
to
on
do
the
it.
other side of the street when she comes by. Huh?
Yeah, I don't like to do it just to do it, CJ. I'm more. I'm not one of these guys. I don't want to be first. I want to be correct. So
Yeah.
I'm usually like 3 days behind everybody else. But my shit ain't all jacked up though, because they got to come back and fix it. You know, I wait, and I wait for these other creators to find something, then I steal their shit and go do a live real quick with that information.
Oh, geez.
So
Okay.
He's
But
just triple checking, you know, verifying and all that jazz.
yeah. But no, I get
Snitching
along
over
with
here,
good.
snatching over there.
I get along good with all the creators. So,
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
but
I appreciate you having
I
me.
don't put out much ahead of time either, CJ. I just do it, you know.
You just
And-
do it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm retired. I got nothing else to do, so get on there, tell some lies, crack some jokes, and then get off. Stick and move. You got to stick and move, brother. But you guys have a good night, and CJ, again, thank you. I promote you as much as I can. I think you're
thank you.
fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, everybody in
And-
chat, have a good night. You two
Bye,
ladies,
Ricky.
be good. Bye-bye.
And definitely, if you're not subscribed to Ruckus Rocks, go ahead and hit
Yeah,
that
he's
link.
great.
Sub
He's
to
a
him
great
real quick.
channel, you guys. I love Ruckus.
Yeah, and thank you for hopping up and sharing knowledge too. I mean, man, there's so much to this case. I mean, the names alone is a lot just to jot down. Not only
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just the
saying.
fact.
Like,
Yeah, it's
even
crazy.
the facts. It's
once you get out of a rabbit hole, hell's bells, you done tripped and fell in another.
Mm-hmm.
and you
And
know
you
that
know-
Nick McClellan. I think I follow him on Twitter. Is he on Twitter? I could. The
Wouldn't
name sounds
surprise
so
me.
familiar. The name
Wow.
sounds so familiar.
I'll have to look into that.
Well, you know, him and Shane like to go bar hopping together, so no telling what kind of shenanigans.
You know, I have to wonder now. Okay, this is kind of on Flora and kind of not, but this is another
Maybe not.
rabbit hole, CJ. There was a woman named Stephanie. Oh, help me, Jinx. What's her last name?
Are you talking about the girl that lived upstairs?
No. Stephanie, the police officer who did the lie detectors.
Stephanie Thompson, Officer Stephanie Thompson, yes, and her daughter Maya in Monticello. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So Monticello's not far from this whole
No, ma'am.
area, and
It's in Carroll County.
yeah, right. So
What's it called again?
Stephanie,
Monticello.
yeah, and
Monticello?
yes,
Mhm.
and Stephanie Thompson had worked for the police for a long time. She was a very,
Yes, she had.
very, very accurate polygrapher. But that's only something that she had been doing the last few years. She was
Mhm.
married to Judge Thompson,
Uh-huh.
and they had a daughter, Maya. Okay, so when did that? I cannot remember. Was it in 2022 that house burnt? The judge, anyway, the judge was away. Stephanie and
Thought it
her
was
daughter,
2019.
was it? I can't even remember. I've looked at so many reports and I looked
Yeah, I
at
know.
the dates on them, and I can't remember. But anyway, the judge was away, and Stephanie had done. Now we don't know if she did the polygraph. Who was it on? Was it
Josh Ayers.
Yeah, Josh Ayers.
Mhm.
He did have to undergo a polygraph, but we don't know who did that polygraph. They are thinking that it potentially could have been Stephanie because she was from Lafayette, which
She was the closest polygrapher,
right from
and
yeah.
that's most likely who Josh was polygraphed by.
Yeah, I did hear though that somebody said
Really?
they didn't believe it was Stephanie because it only lasted like 10 minutes and she would have done it more thoroughly. But she even said she knew whether somebody was lying, regardless of before the polygraph results were even done. Like during it, she knew.
Mhm.
She could tell. She could call out BS. So it's not, we don't have the name, but coincidentally, Stephanie and her daughter were at home. The judge was away, and their house burnt down. They were both killed.
What the
Unalived.
heck?
Oh,
Mhm.
unalived.
Stephanie
And
Molly.
and I don't think they have said it's arson, but it's
Homeland Security still has jurisdiction over that.
okay. So, I mean, I'm just saying, how many times can, coincidences happen in Carroll County?
Mhm.
But yeah,
Right.
so
Yes.
so if
Oh my God, is right.
yeah, so that's a whole nother thing, that is very suspicious. But I was gonna ask you, Jinx. It just came to mind because what's her name? Oh my gosh, the escort girl, Jalen Raines.
Oh yeah, Jalen.
Jalen talking about the judge, which everything she said apparently about that judge was
Judge
true.
Faust. Yes, ma'am.
It was true. So she gets on YouTube and she's talking about this kind of sex club thing with all of these important people, and
Mhm.
Judge Faust was one of those people, and he was prosecuted eventually. I was wondering how many judges were part of that club and whether Judge Thompson might have been part of that club.
Oh wow.
Well, honestly, there's no telling, but I don't think. Honestly, I don't really believe so. I do know that it was known as the Lafayette Boys Club, so I don't know if it was necessarily just judges that was in the boys club.
Oh no, I think it was all kind of people law.
They helped
Yeah,
each other out, kind of thing. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
network where each one could handle a different task if they needed it.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it's just strange that to me that a judge's house burns down and years later they don't have any answers as to what happened to Stephanie. I mean, this is a judge's wife.
Yeah.
And this is a law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
How come it's just like undercover?
That's still in limbo too. Yeah.
Why? Yeah, this is very suspicious to me.
See, now I'm more likely inclined to believe that Monticello and Flora are connected just because of so many of the circumstances.
Right.
So that's where I kind of line with that. Like I said, it's just kind of weird that, it's Josh Ayers' house that burnt down and then the girls passed away in there. And then the next thing you know, he's going to get a polygraph. And then, the lady who polygraphed him, speculatively speaking,
right.
Her house burnt down and her daughter were in that house fire and they, passed away. So it's a lot of strange.
I'm telling you.
Very stinky. Yes, Pam, stinky.
Yeah, it is dangerous to live in Carroll County.
Girl, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just all of these, every little single freaking town in this square right here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I don't believe in coincidences, really.
Wow.
I just think it's mighty suspicious.
Yes, suspicious. It is highly suspicious.
Yeah. My.
Coat wants to know if you
spilling
think
some tea.
RA.
Right? Like, I mean, the side eye and the eyebrow raising is on point with these people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And see, that's
Tilt's
why I had to
asking.
drop off the face. Like, I mean, y'all, I mean, obviously I got word vomit. Y'all can already tell that, but you think that's bad. My facial expressions are worse. Okay. I'm not a poker player.
I'm not either. For that reason, I'm like, you can tell my hands.
Right.
Man,
yeah.
There's no holding it back for me either. So I get it. But yeah, this whole Flora Fire Thompson, and then again, you have this ring of people who are, either law enforcement or in some capacity of judicial system
Yes.
in this boys club that harm women and girls, and they all cover for each other. Now, we don't know who is in that group except for Faust because he was arrested, but but the rest of it, everything that Jalen says has been, proved true.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was charged and convicted, so
yeah,
her words held weight.
Yeah, and CJ, you can look up. She's got videos on YouTube. It's Jaylen, I believe. Jaylen Rains, Rains, and yeah, she goes into a lot of depth. It's harder for me to watch her videos just because of the nature of. She talks about so many things that were where she's been abused and other people. It's very hard for me to listen to. Not because there's anything wrong with her. It's just, it's hard for my heart to hear this kind of stuff and know this stuff goes on. So, yeah. But
how do you spell the name again?
Jaylen. And her last name is Rains, like it rains. Rains.
Okay.
And, I mean, she's pretty open and honest about her past. I mean, she's not holding back anything that she's done. And I'm like, girl, I don't know how you can even sit up straight and talking to a camera going through all that you have gone through. I mean, she's amazing. And the fact that she was able to spill the tea on this stuff in this boys club and actually get someone prosecuted is
wow.
Amazing. She's an amazing person.
I'll have to check her out sometime.
She's had a rough life and she tries to do the best that she can. She holds her head up high.
She does. And I mean, I know that there are people that just want to crucify her for her lifestyle. And you know what? Look, I don't judge people on what makes them.
That's her choice, and that's the way she chooses to live her life. If that's how she pays her bills, that's how she pays her bills. She ain't asking me for no money.
Right.
She ain't asking you for no money. She getting her money paid,
But but it is, I can imagine how dangerous
not my cup of tea.
It was for her to
Sorry.
I mean, but how dangerous was it to get online and say that kind of stuff? Like, she had
absolutely
to know that they were trying to take her out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. And she got somebody actually legally
a judge.
In trouble.
A very, in his own opinion, very prestigious judge of himself.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that she did that. And again, so this is what drives me back into Delphi is, this is in Lafayette, which is just a little piece up the road. I mean, you've got the boys club up there, and they, according to Jalen, they indulge in underage girls. So who is covering for who in the Libby and Abby case? And, and or Flora, as far as maybe not, I mean, it's not the same thing, but if you're friends with somebody and you know that they were part of this arson thing, if they're in the club, you're not going to talk.
Right.
It kind of goes everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to cover for each other.
So it's a cesspool is what it is.
Exactly. It is
dig into
definitely.
days, really. You uncover something else, and then something else, and something else, and something else. What do you think the
Well,
likelihood of the
Evansville's
911
kind of rough
calls?
too right now, CJ, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Oh. I just live here, he says.
Yeah.
Lord.
So, so what do you think the chances of the 911 calls getting released? Pretty much nothing until.
I mean, like Ruckus said, if they're using it as, something to arrest somebody on, okay. But the problem that I have with that is, why have they been waiting? If it's such strong evidence, why ain't they doing shit with it then?
Well, in my
why is there
rebuttal to
no
that,
progress?
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, the Logansport Strip Club, the Kegenstein. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was reading Justice Serves Daily comment. The Logansport Strip Club, yeah.
I heard that on a live chat with Crime Night a couple of months ago. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I understand what Ruckus is saying about, but here's the thing. How many calls? I mean, for God's sakes, they investigated Alex Murdaugh, but we all heard we heard 911 calls.
Right.
Yeah.
So why? I just don't understand. You hear them in cases that are investigated and prosecuted all the time. So that makes me question what is on this. I mean, because if it's somebody that, it's an obvious, if it's a slam dunk, well, go ahead and release it, because then everybody knows.
Exactly.
What do you think could be on it that they're wanting to keep it quiet, though, as speculation?
Yeah.
I mean, because what can somebody calling into 911 be that big of a deal where they're spending that much money to keep it quiet?
Exactly.
It's not like somebody's on the phone going, I don't give a fuck if it burns or not. I mean, really, is that worth $30,000? So what could be, you know what I'm saying? What could be on those? Like, I just don't understand. It just doesn't.
See, I'm wondering if obviously it was intentionally set, and maybe this is kind of what I was thinking. Maybe the person who said it kind of, hung around to kind of watch a second or two. And maybe somebody on that 911 call was, calling out to that so-called, arsonist, possibly. That's what I think. And I mean, again, that's the hard evidence. Why the frick haven't they done anything?
What's up, Chris?
Hi.
Man, yeah, I get, like you're saying, in the background, hearing some kind of incriminating chat going on, that the 911 call captured it. When maybe
I think something along that lines is why they're keeping it. Mm-hmm. That's my speculation, though.
Yeah, that's
something in the background.
Yeah, mine too.
Or like, if they're, man, talking to the person that set the fire.
Yeah, because what if it was like Elizabeth calling 911, and in the background, Adam Ayers is saying, Josh said just let it burn. I mean,
Right, yeah, like who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. But then I also
30,000 though?
Right.
Yeah, well, but who's in the club?
Yeah, that too.
And there's more than just that club. There's a whole lot of potential clubs that are there that have very different routes. But I had heard, and I don't know, you probably know this, Jinx. I had heard a theory that Galen and the girls had been away just prior to that. Like, I don't know if they've been out of town, and so that maybe when the fire was set, they actually did not know that Galen and the kids were back.
That is what, so Galen, I think they had a cheerleading competition is what it was, and they had gone out of town, but they did come home a day early. Yeah, they did come home a day early. That was something that I know was known well on in the beginning. So, but here's the thing. If the arsonist was supposed to be there doing it when nobody was home, well, Galen was asleep downstairs, and it was a straight shot into that kitchen. You know, how could they have not seen her?
Unless they were all drugged up and not paying attention.
Well, that too, yeah. I mean, there's always that good aspect of it. Hell, meth is rampant, so.
Yeah, here too.
Man. That's what I was thinking, Chris, when I first saw the dash cam and I started, like I was watching the front porch and all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah that's what it appears for insurance.
Justice Daily, I bet that chart looks like a spider's web.
Man.
Yeah.
All the names. I mean, this is just the tip
Right?
of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
There's so much more to
the
learn.
deeper you go, it just irritates you more.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the right thing not being done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of see where, I mean, it could be this, it could be that, but you honestly see how small the area and the towns are, and who knows who, and then you kind of understand why these things aren't solved, because everybody's either kin to somebody, or married to somebody, or works with somebody, or in a club with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like they're not gonna roll over on each other. And so, I mean, this is just my theory, and I know a lot of, I don't know how much Richard Allen is involved. I go back and forth on that.
Yeah, I do too.
Sometimes I think, yeah, he's really involved, and other times I think, no, he's just a patsy. He didn't have nothing to do with this. But one thing I can say about Richard Allen is nobody's dug up any dirt on him. Not enough to even. I mean, you can't swing a cat in Carroll County without hitting somebody who's guilty. But except for Richard Allen, it's like
you can breathe in any direction, darling. Okay, for that matter, shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's like they probably looked around. I mean, in one theory in my head, it's like they looked around and said, well, who is not involved? Oh, this guy. He works at CVS. Nobody knows a whole lot about him. He hangs out at the club, and that's it. Keeps to himself. Let's blame him, because he's not connected to anybody. I mean, sometimes...
Well, now, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that... Tony Klein and Richard Allen had like some high school together.
Oh, really?
Had some what?
High school time. Like, I don't know if it was like, I don't know if they directly had classes or if it was like a sports thing or what, but I'm pretty sure because Peru and I want to say Peru is where Richard Allen went to school at, which is obviously a town in Indiana, but it's not far from.
Friends.
Yeah,
I did.
So I look. To say you don't really know, you know somebody, but you might not actually know them on that level. You know what I'm saying? But you know somebody.
Right. Yeah.
It's too small not to know somebody. All right, Mexico. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you've seen them around. You ended up at the same local business,
right?
Or Yep.
That's okay. Thank you, Justice Daly. I had it a little bit backwards. Okay, so TK went to Tony Klein went to Purdue, and then Richard Allen went to Mexico. But that's just like a hop, skip, and a jump. You're gonna. This is such a small county. That's what I'm saying. Or this is a small county, and all these towns are so tiny that you pop around to each town. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I know that
it is right here.
Yeah, Logansport. I mean, all that, they hop around, You go bar hopping, you go from town to town to town. It's not like Franklin Street, you know what I'm saying? You can't just do, you know what I'm talking about, CJ, Franklin Street in Evansville.
You can go you can go highway to highway right here.
Yeah, I mean, Franklin Street there, they have Lamasco's and all the bars right there.
Yeah.
I love Lamasco's in Evansville.
It's just a hop, skip away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They have to. They've had to even end up at the same parties. If they,
exactly.
I mean, come on. Or even fighting each other because you're
right.
rivals. schools or some shit, you know. 'cause you're
Exactly.
so-
Football. Thank you, Justice Our Daily. Football. Yeah.
There you go.
But running around all these bars, different little, they're just 5 minutes away from each other, these little towns, and each of them got a bar, hole in the wall bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be hard. I guess that's why when Richard Allen was arrested and everybody's like, oh, I don't know him. And I'm thinking, your town is less than 3,000 people. How does nobody know him?
Right.
Mhm.
I'm calling BS. Do I need to play my song? No, I'll get him a copyright strike.
Oh, my Lord. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah,
It's like-
it's like, that's BS.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
I
like
always tell 'em,
Xavier
I'm like,
not
look-
knowing Murdaugh. It's like, come on.
well, it's so small. I'm like, look, I know a horse's ass from a jackass, okay? And y'all are all looking like some jackasses.
For sure.
That's
Yeah.
for real.
I mean, I wonder, and this is why I keep doing so many Delphi videos and Flora and what, there's so many cases that are interesting to cover, but,
Yeah.
and I started out just doing
That's
vintage
what's
crime and just telling these little stories from 100 years ago. And I was loving it. I didn't have many subscribers, but I loved doing that. And then I did one video on Delphi, and it was just kind of a fluke. I'm just going to say this and be done with it. But the more I started looking at these connections and Richard Allen and all this stuff, the angrier I got. And so now, I mean, I'm off to the races. And one of the things is, like, I feel like if we won't shut up, okay, if we just won't shut up, all of the creators, I am a big supporter of anybody who is looking for truth, not following the narrative, Mr. Hughes. But that's just my opinion. As long as you're thinking for yourself, and if you think for yourself and you come up with the narrative, then that's fine. But I want to know you're thinking for yourself. But I feel like if we just get more voices, get louder, don't let this die, that eventually it's going to put enough pressure on somebody to spill and to break. I'm
Mhm.
hoping anyway.
That's what happened to me with the Stephen Smith case. I maybe covered just a couple topics here and there, and then all of a sudden, when I got into that case, and I know what you mean, you start to get into it, and it starts to piss you off about all the messed up bullshit that took place, and then you're just you need to know everything, and you feel like if you don't talk about it, it's almost like a guilt in a way, that if you're not continuing to talk about it because it's not being talked about, then you feel like maybe you're not doing your job. And,
Yeah.
Right.
Thank God now there's, a lot of the Stephen Smith talk going on. That's everything's starting to happen with that case, so that's cool. But I never even heard about this case until it was brought up, last week. Never even heard about it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I
there's
don't
some
understand
other.
it. It's just crazy.
It is, and I mean, Flora came up pretty quick into my study in Delphi,
Really.
but there are some other bizarre cases in Carroll County that I'm like, how much
Thank you, Chris.
bad luck? can
No,
one
thank you,
county
Chris.
have?
I'm just teasing.
But yeah,
much-
there's a
how much-
ton of other cases.
How much bad can happen in what?
In
Just
one
in
county.
cases in general?
Yeah.
Oh, in one county.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like,
One county.
okay, so I want to ask you this, because I don't. What does Carroll County? Is that like your? Let me see. Oh, that's the border.
Uh-huh.
Where is this? This is like pretty much in the north middle of the state.
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess I just
I
need
mean,
to
we're
type
above
in
Indy,
Carroll
so that's
County.
pretty high up north for Indiana, anyway.
Oh yeah, you got Fort Wayne right there.
Uh-huh.
Chicago's not too far. What is Chicago, like an hour and a half? 2
It's
hours?
about 2 hours from me. Yeah,
2 hours?
yeah.
Let me look up
Depending on how heavy my
Lafayette
husband's
County.
foot is.
Or what's Carroll? Carroll County, Indiana.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so Lafayette is not, but Delphi, Flora.
Uh-huh. Breathieville, Deer Creek.
So why is Lafayette connected so much in it if it's not in
Well,
Carroll
because
County?
it's not. It's in Tippecanoe County, but we're in the next. We're touching counties.
Okay.
Because isn't Lafayette bigger than
Yeah,
anything
Lafayette.
else?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have in. So it's Lafayette, but it's so stupid because you have Lafayette and then you have West Lafayette. And West Lafayette is like the campus area for the college, Purdue.
Larberry Heights and stuff, is that? Okay, yeah, West Lafayette. Across the, what is that, a river? Yeah, okay.
Because, like, there's not a whole lot in Carroll County. I think I heard stats, and this is a month or two ago, that there was only like 20-something thousand in the whole county, in all of Carroll County.
Yeah.
And that's huge. You're talking about, 3,000 people in Delphi. That's a huge, Delphi is kind of a huge town for that county, because if there's only 20,000 people in the whole dang county.
It looks like the biggest.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah,
then,
it looks like the
Lafayette,
biggest Flora number 2.
Yeah, so I mean, Lafayette is a much bigger place than all of Carroll County, pretty much.
Yeah.
Camden's
number 3, which is probably just a couple roads, huh? Yeah, not much. And that's
yeah, because on the Flora fire, they called in Camden Fire Department as well.
So this house had to be right downtown then, I'd imagine, since it only took 20 seconds to get to the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Watching Yoder's dash cam, you just see he makes like 2 turns and boom, he's there.
Right. Let me see.
Oh, that's cool. Co-cases and Crimezilla. Right on.
Let me see.
They cool.
Sorry,
I'm keeping up with chat a little too.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just kind of studying this area here, just looking around. Kokomo. I've heard a lot.
Kokomo? Yeah,
I've heard a lot about Kokomo recently too as well. What's going on in
Kokomo is a dirty little town.
Yeah, I've been seeing Kokomo popping up on my stuff too. I didn't realize it was that close either. Kokomo. It just stuck out to me because of the name of the town. I'm like, there's a Kokomo, Indiana? What? I thought we were talking Aruba, Jamaica.
Yeah, right. Boy, I'd love to be there now.
Right.
Jinx, wasn't it in Carroll County that somebody, was it a man or woman, somebody was cut in half that they found? I know it was in Indiana. I was thinking
it might have been Carroll County. Now, y'all look. So, if you look in Logansport, okay, this is a weird connection because there's been some names thrown around in the Delphi case. Huddleston.
Logansport.
So, if you look in Logansport, there was a house fire, and the house fire was Huddleston. And there was some kids that died in the house fire, and a Huddleston, and a wife, and everything. And they were... The name is connected to Delphi anyways, through some channels and suspicions and stuff, speculations about the girls, along with a lot of other people, like Derek Kurtz and stuff. So
yeah.
But now, if you look too, there was also another one that got like shot like on the side of the road in the same day in his car. Same day as that fire. Okay. And you know, R&M, that channel, they just put out, Jesse. They brought up Jesse. God, that is so tragic.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I watched that.
Yeah. So basically, Jesse was a veteran, you know, and he had some PTSD issues. Don't get me wrong, but he was real quiet about it. He kept to himself about it. It wasn't like he had any outbursts in public over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kept it pretty under wraps. But him and his friends were shooting paintballs out one night, and a conservation officer actually kind of monitored them through binoculars for about 2 hours. Claimed that, you know, he heard gunfire and all this. And long story short, you know, after all this BS that they call Jesse, the next thing you know, they find him dead on the side of the road.
What?
Yeah. You need to watch that video or put it on your playlist. It's R&M. Is the name of the channel, and I think he's fairly new. I don't think he's been around that long, but he does great videos. And this last one that he put out about Jesse, I was so mad at the end of that video. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Can you send me a link to that?
Yeah.
And then okay. And what the heck? Like,
like, it's bad in Carroll County, y'all.
You open one and it gets to another, and then another, and another, and then.
But here's the thing. So, like, Doolin got brought up in that Jesse situation. Lesenby got brought up in that situation. You know, there's a lot of cops that are connected in Flora and the Delphi case that were in that Jesse situation too. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that was in Logansport?
No, that was in Carroll County. I want to say that was closer to Delphi, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
That was back in like 2014, I want to say is when that was.
Yeah, when you watch that video, CJ, you're going to get mad.
Yeah.
Man.
I feel so bad. I'm just bringing the shit show right to CJ's front door here.
No, I'm
Flora,
gonna have to. No,
I'm going
to have to replay and like jot all this stuff down. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, darling, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to
Kansas. Oh shit, Kansas City.
It's like one of my viewers put on here on my commented that she calls it the Delphi Vortex because it's like the Bermuda Triangle as far as all of the crap that happens again in a county of 20-some thousand people in the whole county, and you've got all this crap going on.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the 14.
That's what I saw from
that's
Kokomo
what I was
that made me go.
Kokomo.
Because I saved it to the playlist because I was like,
Yeah, the 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
They were just drugging him up and doing everything. That's just awful.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that's in Kokomo, not far.
But Kokomo is hard in the meth department as well. I do know that much. They got it going on apparently.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not saying this is by any means the right thing to do, but now my county is way, way, way bigger than Carroll County. But we kind of have the same thing here. Let's talk about, I mean, if you're a doctor or a lawyer in a county as small as Carroll, you make a good living, okay? But you aren't up to the standards of, let's say, you know, the money that could be made in Boston or in Indianapolis or, you know, whatever. So a lot of people, professional, and I'm just going to say it here in my area, doctors as well, doctors and lawyers have been linked to a side hustle, which is the meth trafficking. And because you need, if you want to, you know, you can't, you might make good money in a small town being a professional in comparison to your neighbors. But if you want to buy a new Tesla every year, you're going to have to find a side hustle, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so, to live up to that kind of standard, you're not going to do it in a small town unless you have another source of income. So a lot of professional people do this. And look, they're bringing in the meth.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers? Jeez.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dang.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it goes on here in Alabama as well. And like I said, our compared to, Delphi, we're city folks.
Uh-huh.
It's still a small town that I live in, but I mean, it's grown very, very much in the last, say, 15 years. But I mean, prior to that, all you had is, rural farms and poor people struggling and, poorly educated. And so how much money are you going to make off of them?
Right.
Not very much.
Wow. What the fuck? So then, so how are you ever gonna find the damn truth then?
Yeah.
Like if it's that.
Exactly.
Man.
Boy, I hope you got your waders on because the shit gets deep. Lord, does it.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that's why at this point, the only thing that we can do is to keep talking.
Just keep talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And bringing up things. And I mean, I have to be very careful. Do I have my own opinions on Delphi and Flora and stuff? I sure do. But I can't prove them. So.
Right, yeah.
If I can't prove it, I'm not going to get on YouTube and say, this is what happened. All I can say is, this is an opinion. This is a theory. According to this, could this be true? I don't know. I have to say I don't know because I can't prove anything that I think.
Right.
So, and I think as long as we're doing that, though, the more people that are talking and asking these questions, I'm just hoping that public pressure from even outside, stirs people up. Fine, make them mad. I don't care. If you're mad, then you've got something to hide.
Mm-hmm. Yep. CJ, find Pizza King and then look a block away.
In Flora.
The fire pizza? I thought I seen that. No.
Right.
This one right here? Mm-hmm. Fire pizza?
Flora. It's Pizza King is the name.
Oh, and it's in Flora.
Let's see, where is it? Here, let me see.
Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna have to get off here in just a minute. I've got to go pick up my daughter from work.
Thank you. I appreciate you hopping on, helping me. Whoa. Let's see here.
Silky Southern, I just have to tell you, okay, I'm almost 40 years old, so please don't take offense to this. You sound just like my nanny, and I can't get enough of it. It has been like going home right now.
Oh my goodness. And see, people usually tell me I sound like a kid.
Oh, no, you sound like my nanny. And she is the sweetest woman. I mean, she should be a saint, okay? Like, I've never seen her say anything wrong or nothing. She just, I don't know. You just sound just like her. And it's just like, oh.
Well,
so thank you.
Oh, well, that was
so
sweet.
Great.
Yeah.
So great. No, I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I'm not always this sweet. So I'm just asking.
Whatever.
No, I do. I try to treat everybody. I really do. I don't. When I'm at work, I don't care what they've done. I don't treat them any differently.
Right.
No matter what. The only way I treat you differently is if you come cussing at me and disrespecting me and yelling at me and trying to bully me. You're gonna find out real quick who's milking this goat. It ain't you.
Oh yes, ain't that right?
So
you're gonna have a foot up your ass and toes dangling out your nose.
Exactly. Yeah, so I said, yeah,
Ugh.
you're gonna have to pick up your broke teeth with your. I mean, you have to pick up your teeth with your broken arm. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, now see, I had my sweet grandma that I called Nanny, and then I got my Mimi, and she'd be the one. My Mimi is the meanie, and she would just look at you and be like, "I'll put your dick in the dirt. Try me." And I'd never. That woman scares the shit out of me even to this day.
I try to be nice.
Phew.
I do. I try. It doesn't always work, but I try.
Right? I get it. Get a wild hair up that ass every once in a while.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like at work it's to be
Cold,
honest with you, it's like you have to speak their language.
Uh-huh.
They don't understand the lifestyle that they come from. They don't understand being nice and trying to be professional and explaining something. So, if that doesn't work in the first two sentences, yeah, you have to snatch a knot in their behind.
Uh-huh.
Verbally, and say,
Right.
oh no, back up, buddy. Let me
Uh-huh.
explain this. Listen with your good ear.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So,
You're gonna-
well, it's the truth, but and you do. I have a colorful language at times at work, but they don't seem to understand anything else.
Right?
And so,
Well, and it's your soft tone. If you give them something real blunt in that soft tone, they'll be like, "What'd she say?" It'll get their attention. I got you.
Mhm.
Like, wait a
Mhm.
minute. That soft
Mhm.
voice just bit me in the ass.
Yeah, like a Venus flytrap.
Uh-huh. Serves them right.
It was just
Oh, my
looking
goodness,
all
no.
pretty, and all of a sudden,
well, you got to have a special skill if you're female.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's funny though, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah, CJ, when I get back, I will. I'll send you that link as soon as I find it
thank
to
you.
R&M, and it might be something you want to play one night on your show because I think everybody would be interested. And I hate Pam Frenchman had said that she wanted to ask me something or say something about a connection that something about that was the same as Stephen Smith and Flora, but I don't know where she's at, and I never got to that.
Yeah, I'll email her and ask her specifically what the question was, and then if you want me to, I can give her your email information if you guys wanted to. I'm definitely interested in it too because it made me go, huh? So
Kevin, is Venus Flytrap your
I would like to
ex-girlfriend?
ask-
Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I used to keep fly traps,
Venus Flytrap. I said, is that his ex-girlfriend?
and I don't see a Pizza King. Is it this Fire Pizza? Flora?
Yeah, it might be that. They might have changed it. It's technically a Pizza King. It's probably the Fire
That's
Pizza,
an
I think.
interesting name, isn't it? Fire
Right?
Pizza.
Fire Pizza. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of
So
not
look.
good.
Yeah, that's
Kinda
Pizza
shady.
King.
All right.
So
Well,
look
I
up
hate
Blanca.
to leave y'all.
Well, thank you so much for hopping up. No,
Thank
you
you,
for hopping up. I
Silky.
appreciate it.
I've had a
It was
good
fun
time.
having
and-
both of you on.
Yeah, it sure was. And I'll try to catch the end of this some other time and see what y'all said behind my back.
Whatever.
I'm going to be talking about
Just-
all that sass.
Yeah. Just don't watch the next show because that's where we'll be talking about you.
All right. Well, thanks so much, CJ, for having me on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your company.
All right.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Bye.
Oh, you're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, she's adorable. I just love her.
Yeah, we'll just talk about her on the next show.
I know, right? She got all that sass up in that ass like two pigs fighting in a
I know.
potato sack.
That's what I knew. I was like, man, I got to have both of these ladies on the same show the same night.
Oh my Lord. I know, double trouble.
That's why when
Jeez.
she hopped in, I was like, hey, let's do a show together.
Oh Lord.
But man,
It's
so
late.
much. You guys are both so knowledgeable with this case too. And I
Try.
want to thank Ruckus for hopping up here too. Like,
Delved in it pretty deep. Yeah.
wow. I mean, I really do. I really do need to like rewatch this sometime and just take notes with everything because it is just so
It's it's quite the
intricate.
rabbit hole, my friend,
It is.
and so many names overlap.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the Stephen Smith case was overlapping with people's names and such, but it ain't nothing compared to this one.
Hmm.
So what's going on with the mom exactly?
I
Does
know
she
she's
still
got
live
a
out in California?
no. She actually left because they were Carroll County, the officers and stuff. I think that they were pretty much kind of giving her a hard time, and I think they tried to get her to be like, oh yeah, I did this fire, whatever. No, she didn't have nothing to do with it. They needed to leave her alone. She moved to California. And I can't remember exactly what year it was. I want to say it was 2018. Might have been 2019. If Justice Served Daily, if you can correct me, that'd be beautiful because I'm terrible with numbers. I've already called bullshit on myself. I should have wrote this down. Indiana State Police drove, or like, I don't know if they drove, but they went to California and knocked on her door.
What? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You did say that.
Unannounced. Didn't let her know nothing. Just showed up on her door and basically interrogate her, question her again. And that just blows my mind, and people are getting all up in an uproar about, I don't know if it's because, some of this stuff is kind of coming to a head with Flora, but I do know that something happened to Meowsadong's channel where she got demonetized. And I'll tell you what, every cent that she got, thank you. It was 2018. I was right the first time. Holy cow, look at that. But she got demonetized, but all the money that she got, she sends it directly to Galen Rose, or she uses it to pay for her, the paperwork to be done. I mean, she's on it. Everything goes back into this case 100% between either doing paperwork or filing whatever, being on the phone and dealing with these people or sending it to Galen Rose. And, I know Silky was talking about trolls coming up in her comments. Well, one of them came up in Meows's and was like, I wouldn't give her any money. And I was like, bet. I said, I'll figure out how to send you some money. I said, I don't care if Galen's spending it on her bills, if she's spending it on medical care for her, obviously it has to be weighing on her mentally. I don't care if she's going to get her nails done, going out to a spa day. I don't give a shit, whatever that she wants to spend it on, Nobody has done nothing for her. It's just nuts that people want to be like, oh, don't send her no money. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I couldn't imagine what that mother is going through, even to this day, losing her 4 children. All 4 of them in one single. I would crawl in a hole. I'm telling you, I'd crawl in a hole. Bless her heart.
It's not a good message for humanity,
Right? Oh, I would. Man, if I could have jumped through my freaking screen and just yanked. But it's terrible. I don't know.
So where is this? I'm at the Pizza King or the Flora Pizza. Is it? Is it? It won't let me go down.
Yeah, the maps are weird. They probably don't have Google Maps isn't very well versed in that area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where's the house from here? Like if I'm standing in the middle of the street, do I?
I think you got to turn right there or left. I think you got to turn left there at that point. Yeah, I think it's left.
Oh, so go up this way?
Yeah, I think
North Central.
I won't let you. Should say on the map where the fire department is. Oh, there we go. See, I haven't been to Flora that much.
Let me see here. I wonder if it maybe actually let me go this way. Will it let me go? No, it won't let me go down any of those side streets.
Yeah.
So really, I need to try and I think I need to get over here. I wish it would let me just. Let's see. What about here? Nothing. So that's only that's the only streets I can really go down. Yeah, not very much. So
Justice Daly
Really?
said, "Will a bird's eye work?"
would a what? A
Bird's eye.
Let me see.
Welcome back, Kathy.
Let me see. Let's switch to. Here we go.
And Kel, I love your little dog. It's so cute. It's funny. You said it barks with an accent.
Let me see. So, is this the property? No, that can't be it.
No, it's like
Because the front door was on a curb on this side.
yeah. So it would have to be back down. I think it's
This house.
that one right there. See where the
This one right here. I bet it's this one.
Yeah. That looks like it, I think.
106, 104. It's got two addresses, so that would make sense.
That's it. Yeah.
That's got to be it.
Yeah. Cassie said, hey, like me.
What's up?
That's so cute. Her name is Pepsi. Ah, that's adorable. She said her little dog's name is Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
She's named after a soft drink. That's cute. I have a Malinois that's named Vera Lynn. Can't tell. I like Pink Floyd.
See, so the fire department.
Yep, right there.
Man, that's Crit Coon's Ditch. That's weird. Name is Coon's Ditch. And it's just still sitting there. Huh. So what? It was an upstairs and a downstairs duplex. So it was a downstairs, you go up the stairs, and then it was just bedrooms on the bottom half. On the upper half.
The downstairs was broken up, but they still had stairs on the downstairs or on the downstairs apartment. The girl's bedroom was still upstairs. So they did have stairs inside of Galen's part of the house in her apartment, technically. You know what I'm saying?
So it was just the girl's room and the stairs. And then what'd they do? Build a wall or something? That's how they
I guess.
separated?
And then the rest of the upstairs was only one apartment.
I'm surprised that there wasn't a door, because usually if they do that to homes where they split them up like that.
Yeah, they had their on the side of the house. On the side of the house there, they had their door, the steps going upstairs. They had their own stairs to go, but on the outside of the house there.
So
like, remember when we were looking at the dash cam?
Yeah.
Okay, so wherever you were like, oh, I can start to see that kind of coming through that window there. That was kind of that tree was blocking a little bit. Actually, like if they would have panned right just a tish, you could have seen the stairs that led to the upstairs.
So that's right back here on the right. So it would have been where the fire was starting,
Right.
but on the outside exterior. I
Mhm.
think I'm seeing
Right.
is what it looks like, stairs over
Right.
here.
Yep.
And then that window in the middle was basically right here.
I think so, yeah.
And then the cop was.
Well, no.
parked
Now,
here.
where you had your. Because I'm trying to think about how. I'm trying to think of the position that Yoder pulled up to the house at.
I think he pulled up right here. Because
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
right here,
Yeah. You're right.
because it
You're
looks
right.
like
You're right.
here's the kitchen,
You're so right.
and then porch,
Hmm.
and then here's stairs. So he would have parked here, and then, and it just sits there.
Yep.
Nothing.
Just nothing. No, he won't pay to get it demolished. Be expensive, asbestos.
Right. That's a pretty big lot too. I imagine
Yeah.
this whole section is. I'm surprised nobody bought it to demolish it and then take over the lot, but and he didn't collect any money, right? Is that what you said? He didn't collect any money?
I don't think Ruckus was right on that. I think that Josh did collect some money on it, and he didn't want to put that towards the demolishment because it wasn't going to cover it anyways. But I do believe he has collected some money on it. I'm not 100% sure how much. Again, bullshit on my fucking numbers. I mean, fudging numbers. Sorry. I'm trying so hard. Fudge. Get a bar of soap out.
Oh, you're good. It's 18 plus. So, and then I did have another question. So, because I was talking to one of my coworkers today about this, and I'm confused. So when it comes to, what was it, reward money that expired that then went to the firefighters that were there?
Yeah.
So not only the firefighters were the ones that cleaned up the house when they shouldn't have and transported the bodies to the fire department, they also got to collect some money because nobody found out or came up with a credible tip to help solve the case.
Yep. All right, let me see if I can find where that information is on the.
Man, and it's like a house of cards. I bet you. No wonder they protect each other, because if one falls, they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so much overlays and nepotism, and it's just awful.
That's a good point. You think the city would demand an EPA approved? But shit, I mean, with a population of 2,100, they're probably cutting back on school funding and all sorts of shit because they can't afford shit, I'd imagine. And there's a fire department right there. So let me actually, let's see, directions from here, and then we'll pin location. Directions to here. Okay, collapse. And then I'm going to save this. So the fire department, can I actually take Google Guide to that? Because I want to see. Okay, so that's where they pulled up. No, I can't. So he pulled up here, and this part, because I remember that slab, turned around. I bet you. Okay, so this is where that cop car was sitting, right here on this corner, huh? Cop car was sitting here. That's when he turned the corner, because then you could see the cop car sitting there as he turned the corner, came down this direction, then came on East State, or East Main and then pulled up right here facing north. So why would have, what kind of business is this? Nothing? ATM? A bank? It looks like there's a cop car sitting there. What is that building? It looks like a cop car sitting there right now. Do they have stripes up in front on their hood? I didn't think they did. And then the neighbors live at this 108. So the sister of the guy that owns... Uh-oh. I didn't notice you were backstage. What happened?
I have no idea.
Damn, I was like, damn, she's quiet.
I know. This bitch all of a sudden shut up. What?
No. So the sister of the guy that owns the house that was on fire lives in this house next.
So she was married to Josh's cousin, is what it was. So they were like,
okay.
you know. Okay, so let's see if I can do this.
Damn, and that house has a whole bunch of... Dang, look at that. That's some property right there.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see.
Yeah, is that a cop car? I mean, I didn't think they had anything on their hood. But it definitely looks like it's got a light bar going across. What kind of building is this? Can I drop Google guy here? It just put me right here.
Let me see if I can find this again really fast. Because she's got it in a really nice timeline.
Let me see.
Okay, so Josh Ayers got the house in, I think, summer of 2016 from his parents. Then Galen and her daughters moved in May of 2016. And then, let's see. There we go. September of 2016, Becky Patty appraised the house. November 19th, the girls had a cheerleading competition. November 20th, Kenya had a basketball game. And then the 21st, Elizabeth Ayers at 3:28 a.m. called Josh to let him know his house is on fire. And then at 3:34 a.m., she calls 911. Adam Ayers, who is Elizabeth's husband, Josh's cousin, was asking about the location of the children. Courtney Dawns called not long after that, just a minute, you know. Let's see. Galen Rose was airlifted to Indianapolis Hospital, so that I was right about. And then Drew Yoder was also life flighted. Now, Josh Dysinger went to the Lafayette Hospital. He was not life flighted.
Okay. So it was the mom and the guy with the dash cam that got life flighted.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Now, Galen was released on the 25th of November in the 16. Drew was the 27th of 2016. He got released. They had a memorial for the girls on the 29th. They had the funeral for the girls on the 30th. In December, ATF joined the fire investigation. January of 2017 is when Drew, had a press conference and had his little hero moment. Let's see. In January, officials claimed that the fire was ruled incendiary, and they offered a $5,000 tip reward. Now, February of 2017, a private fire investigator emailed, about his concerns about the police, or the Dennis Randall's report, basically, is what it was. He had viewed concerns, and then, let's see, in February, the state fire marshal sends a brief, and let's see, what's the next big one?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a hot mess, I'm telling you. In May of 2017, Brock Russell was put in charge of the case, and Detective Greg Edwards left the case. Let's see. And then, June 2017 is when they deal with all the 911 call BS. There was a fake Flora fundraiser, too.
Really?
That was exposed.
What, a GoFundMe or?
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was a GoFundMe.
Wow.
Let's see. Now, in May, that's when Heinous, they requested the 911 calls again, Now, June, the fire investigator, Dennis Randall, resigned. Let's see. Now, in July of 2017, $4,000 was raised in addition to add to the Flora Fire Fund. Let's see. October, good old Dougie Carter finally held a press conference about it.
Mm-hmm. I have that too. I'll probably.
November of 2017, Adam stepped down. And that was just a week before the year anniversary. And then in December 31st, that's when Robert Ives stepped down. And January 1st is when Nicholas McClellan stepped into the position of county prosecutor.
Man. It's there. And with all these people stepping down and retiring, you're just
retiring, resigning.
Yeah, it's going to make it more difficult to even try and get to the bottom of it. And as soon as they get close to being the card that crashes the whole deck, they just back away. And then it's all good. Still being protected.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Now, here's where it gets real fun. So in August of 2021, the Florida Fire Marshal Paul Redmond announced his resignation. In October of 2021, Josh Dysinger resigns. And then November 2021 is the 5-year anniversary. Now, in July of 2022, they announced that the Flora Fund would be donated to the Flora Fire Department.
And that was
the tip fund.
November 22?
November of 2022.
Wow.
Yep. It's wild. I'm telling you, it's wild.
Well, there'll be plenty more episodes, that's for sure, because it would be, I don't know, none of it just makes no sense, even just the whole dash cam crap, just from the get-go. It's like, And then the 911 call, like, what is so damning that
I'm telling you, whatever
you're
is on
willing to
that.
spend that much
Oh,
time?
I don't even want to know what's on the damn 911 call. I just want them to do something with the shit already.
Yeah, whether
Quit
it's
standing around and get that up your ass.
right.
Sorry, I'm
And
trying
it
to plug
is
in my
kind of
computer
odd
before it
because
dies.
you would think there would be like some kind of updates or something if it really is,
Yeah.
uh, to hold somebody accountable when if they're onto something. You would think that they would have some kind of information released that would help somebody even come forward even more, like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Or
Yeah,
get
no, it
moved
doesn't.
somewhere else. And then, they retire before they can be held accountable.
Yep.
They just float off.
It's
I mean,
it's insane, ain't it?
how much did they get? What was it, like 50 grand or something?
I can't find the numbers on the. I never did find the numbers. Justice Serve Daily, do you know how much the Flora had raised in total? I want to say it was in $40,000 or $50,000 total. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm looking for it.
Wow. Well, shoot. Yeah, you're more than welcome anytime to hop up here.
Yeah,
And
please.
if you ever do want to, if there's like a specific night where you're like, you know what, I know I'll be available this night, and we can talk more in depth, even go even deeper. I'm definitely going to replay the show and take my notes because there's so much, and I definitely need to get some notes that aren't scattered all over the place on 4 different pages. So I need to have some kind of
see,
but
I get
man,
jumbled too. There's so much to remember, and golly.
Oh, it's all good. I want to keep talking about it. So, yeah, whenever, and if there's any other cases you ever want to talk about or cover too, we'd definitely do that. Enjoy having you up.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Like, and then I want to thank Ruckus for hopping on here too. And
Right,
sharing
Ruckus
some
is so
knowledge,
awesome.
too.
I love him.
Yeah.
He says what everybody's thinking anyways half time.
Yeah, it's definitely I'm definitely be next week. What's this? Starting fake Flora. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. See if I can get this. Like,
okay, now I can see chat again. Sorry, I was looking through the notes.
Oh wow, it's still showing Silky on panel. I'm way behind. But yeah,
there
I'm
it is.
gonna.
Yeah. God, Justice, you're amazing. Thank you.
What other channels should I check out when it comes to? I know she said
definitely check out. Do what?
I know she said something about Jalen Rains, and then she's
Jalen. Yeah, she's got one. The Judge Faust. Yeah, the Judge Faust rabbit hole. She's really a good one to look into that. Another good one is R&M. It's R and then the little funny little and symbol M.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because one of these nights where it's just an open topic where I just don't even have an idea of what I'm going to talk about.
Right. That's good back burner.
Right. I mean, not that I love my open topic nights too, where we can just go and talk about whatever. But there's some nights where I'm like, man, I really want to talk about one case and I can't decide. So this would be one of those that I definitely bring back up and get into. Watch some more videos. There's not much out there. I tried looking for material last night and today just to try and find extra shit, and there was barely nothing out there.
Darling, I'm telling you, just look into Carroll County, okay? I'm not even exaggerating, CJ. It's insane in the last 20 years what has gone on in Carroll County, and I've only been here since 2010.
Hmm. Sounds like a mini Murdaugh kind of shit going on. Huh?
Yeah, lots of the same vibes.
Just a lot more people involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did get the same vibes from this too. And then, yeah, you got all these, like throwing up smoke to
Right.
kind of create a fog, from the truth between you and the truth. And
yeah, and like we've always said, or like I've always said from the beginning, it's in Justice Our Daily. She can show you with her chart, with her spider web chart. I mean, it's just so many layers of overlapping and nepotism. And, you wouldn't really think that in a small town like that. But them suckers, they carry their little pride badges around. My daddy did this and my daddy did that.
Entitled shit. I mean, but you know
God.
what? I mean, I don't know. It's
a hot mess.
Dynasty shit works.
No.
It's that dynasty shit.
I'm too much of a social butterfly to establish one group. So I've never really had an established group like some of these people have,
Yeah, where you're protected from anything. Thanks for the link, Justice. This is man accused of starting fake Flora Fire Reward fundraising page, keeping money for himself.
And I did want to just go ahead and put a bug out for you. I would, if Anthony Greeno comes around your way, knocking on your door, talking a big game, I would advise. I would suggest. I'm not going to advise. That's not my place. But I would say maybe watch your P's and Q's because he's not a good character. Cold Truth can contest to that. Okay, if you want to know more about the Greeno thing, I always tell people don't drink the green Kool-Aid.
I love Cold Truth. I'm actually going to be having her back on soon for another episode on Ray and getting into that Nicole Bowen case too. Yeah, I love her. She's awesome.
She is. She's a trooper. And like I said, she's had her runarounds with him as well as Crime Geek. And he'll try to spin it any way he can. He has never, ever said, I'm sorry one time for any of the BS that he's caused so many people. And it's funny, he'll try to take some credit for the Flora case because supposedly he got Dennis Randall on recording saying that the N-words don't last long around here. Well, it's kind of funny because Greeno just got exposed by Meows with his Facebook feed talking about beating a woman and, F them kids and N-bomb this. And, I mean, he was saying the same colorful language. So I just wanted to be like, hey, watch out. I mean, he does. He'll talk a good game. Woo! He'll blow some smoke like you ain't never had up your ass. But yeah. Sorry. Oh Lord. Green no, okay.
Well, we only breathe certain oxygen around here, so.
Kel, it was so nice to see you too. And again, I'm sorry. I know I let my mouth overload my ass and sneeze live about Greeno, but I dipped out after I finally was like, I offered again for him to meet because he was harassing somebody else saying, oh, come on, big boy, meet me face to face, and I was like, shit, I will. I literally live 15 minutes away from Delphi. I'll put on my boots. I'll put on my Kentucky boots because I'm a real Southern girl because he says, keep it Southern style, y'all. Bitch, it ain't a style. Okay, first of all, but I'm going to tell you all about how it ain't a style with my boots. Sorry. He gets my blood boiling.
It's your experiences, you know what I'm saying?
He's a grifter, and he'll con you and con you and con you. It's so sad. It's so
Well,
sad.
I mean, I play chess, so
See,
good.
now I can get down with that. I do like some chess.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love Cold Truth.
Yeah, I do too.
She's amazing. What a beautiful person. And just full of knowledge as well. Yeah, so I just got to figure out a date with her, and then we're gonna do another episode on Ray and
That's awesome. He
Nicole.
deserves to have some
So
light shed on that. 'Cause that was
yeah,
awful.
yeah,
Him and
and then this
Nicole.
Garrett Kurtz guy. Yeah.
I was hoping that I would see GP in here tonight. There's a lady who goes by GP. She is actually Nicole's aunt.
GP.
Yeah, her chat name is GP, just lowercase G and P.
Oh, I did notice that in the show. That's right.
Yeah, God, she's,
That's right. Now I remember. Because I was like,
and she keeps an eye on Nicole's boys and stuff, and keeps tabs on them a lot. Because I mean, she left behind 2 sons. So sad.
Yeah, that is sad. We didn't even really get into that case that much. I would like to. I figure we'd just have some updates on Ray.
Yeah.
Because we pretty much went into that one, and then, yeah, that Nicole Bowen case. Yeah, that's the case that started all the connections with Ray's case, right?
Yeah.
Is that one first, and then it got connected to Ray. So yeah, that what was done to her. Yeah, I mean, I remember her saying stuff about how they were just cleaning up shit right in front of the neighbors,
and Ashley is just. Don't even get me started on Ashley. She's not a good person. Obviously. She's not sorry. She's not sorry a bit for what she did.
Right. They keep their own company, one and the same.
Keep telling people meth is a hell of a drug. Stick with the marijuana. It grows in the ground, for crying out loud. All natural.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. You taking all the time out to spend up here.
Well, I appreciate you guys listening to the shit show. I appreciate it very much.
Oh no. And then to have you both on the same night, it was a blessing. It was great. It was
Double treble.
Right? You both were knowledgeable in Flora. You both had the accents. It was great.
I know, just 2 Southern girls trying to ring their bells louder. Right. Shit, I love Silky. She's great.
I just sat back and enjoyed the conversation. I was just listening. It was your guys' night, so.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, and I'm sorry. Sometimes don't be afraid to tell me shut up. I'm used to it.
No, we're 18 plus, and no, seriously, that's when it's like you're coming to my house, so you're the guest. You're the one that gets to, it's your house for a moment in time or for an evening or whatever. So you get to have the floor as far as I'm concerned. So you guys are the guests. You guys are the ones that get to.
Well, I appreciate how you kind of keep things going too, moving along.
Yeah.
That's really good. There's a good flow to this. Well, I just want to say thank you guys again. You got my email, so shoot me and let me know if you want to do this again or.
Definitely. Definitely. I need to replay this episode, take some notes, and then if it works out good on the weekdays or something, maybe there's a certain night we can just talk about whatever when it comes to this case or whatever you want to talk about. I definitely, if you're not interested in having your own channel or whatever, and you enjoy being up on panel and stuff, you're more than welcome to join anytime. It doesn't matter what we're talking about, because you don't necessarily have to be knowledgeable. You just have to come from common sense.
Right.
So with any of these cases, so
Yes,
definitely
absolutely.
appreciate your opinions and your thoughts and your conversation. Really, I really
Well, I appreciate you
it.
letting me use your house to speak on behalf of Flora and these girls and how much they deserve justice. And hopefully everybody can kind of get more information out there, get more people aware of it, and press, put the pressure on these dudes to get it done.
And the next time we do talk about this, I'm going to go through some material and stuff, and I'm actually going to try and see if I can get something put together just to have some other kind of content brought in it too. Is there a lot of articles out there, or is there just minimal articles? Like there's minimal.
Yeah, it's
clips
minimal.
on
A
the
lot of
news?
stuff is very minimal. Like I said, if you really want to get a lot of good information, Meows's page, go to her community page, man. She's got articles already there for you. You can go over them. I mean, she puts them out publicly, because she wants more people to be aware and to put pressure on Carroll County to get this done already. Like it's not okay. These girls, not okay.
She is she like connected some way to
she contacts she knows Galen Rose. She's spoken to Galen Rose plenty of times. She's made a really good friendship with Galen Rose.
Okay.
And then there's Kathy as well. Kathy knows the family. If you have time, I don't really suggest him anymore because I kind of lost my mind on him earlier today. But Delphi After Dark just did a Flora live with Meowzadong and Ruckus and Coach Kev.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Greeno is on there. And he tries to do his showboat over a lot of the other people who are actually knowledgeable, so you just kind of got to take it with a grain of salt when he starts talking. He looks like a weasel.
So is that what Ruckus was talking about with them three? Yeah,
probably. Yeah. He knows that to just leave the Greeno topic alone with me, I think. Which, he knows how I feel. And he just doesn't want to burn any bridges. If he's got that Ellie background, so of course he wants to keep an open channel in case, he thinks they can get something out of somebody to put out as information that's good, which I get it. But I'm not going to like Greeno no matter what. So sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out sometime and see, because I'm definitely interested in learning more about this case. So.
Yes. But they had Meowzadong was on that live, so check it out. I do suggest that.
And then I got her page up, and then I put the link. If anybody's not sub, go ahead, and I'm going to definitely check out some more videos.
She's fantastic.
And then I'll reach back out to you, and then maybe we'll kind of go through on email, contact each other, and get some stuff in the works, because I'd definitely love to have you back on again. I appreciate it.
I know. Hopefully next time I can have Coach Kev on with us, and he's the firefighter, and he's got, he can just break everything down so technically, but it's so easy to understand from him at the same time,
Well, let's do it. Maybe the next time let's have you and see if he wants to hop on, and then
I asked him tonight, and he was, but he had to work a 24 hours, so he couldn't. I was going to be like, "Ooh, I'm going to surprise CJ."
Okay. Well, hey, reach out to me with what night it would be good for him.
Okay.
After, I would say, Saturday and beyond.
Right on.
Any night that would be
next
good
week.
For him.
I got you.
Yeah, let me know. It could either be Saturday or Sunday even. So anytime from Saturday on, just let me know a day or two what would work best, and then we'll just plan on having the next show whenever he's able to join. We can see if Ruckus wants to join too, and if you and Silky, anybody else that's knowledgeable, I think it'd be great.
Awesome.
Yeah, just fill up the knowledge. Yeah, reach out to me and let me know, and we'll set it up.
Awesome. Chris, I will look into that, darling. Don't you worry. He said, please post cases and code cases. Gotcha. I'm not exactly tech savvy. As you can tell, I'm a talker. So it takes me a minute. I'll get there. My husband's the tech savvy one.
I know it took a few days to get an email.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
know.
all
I'm
good.
so sorry. I'm the
No, you're
worst.
good. You're good. You're good. And then but you gave me that article. I need to look through that too, the police report. Maybe I'll go through that sometime
that's got
too.
a lot of details in there.
Do you know how many pages are in that?
I want to say it's like, I think it's about 15, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Maybe I'll have to.
But that, like the first 4 or 5 pages, most of it's blocked out, because it's Drew's information and Dysinger's information, like personal information and stuff like that they had to block out. So most of the first couple pages you can just kind of skim over real fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out too. Probably do that on another show. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. I'm excited. I want to do
awesome.
Number 3 on this, and
me too.
Definitely have my notes set for the next show. I'll have those ready. And then I'll probably have some questions and stuff too that I'll want to ask Coach Kev. I just subscribed to him today, so I'll definitely be checking him out more.
He's
also
cool.
Seems like a cool dude. Yeah.
He's got a good heart. Well, I do want to thank you guys again for listening and hanging in there with us, and really great questions too, guys. I love Silky. I love Ruckus. CJ, I love you.
Thank you.
See you guys next time.
I appreciate you so much. Yes. Such a great personality. Thank you.
Yeah, very bubbly. I know. It's hard to control sometimes. It's off the chain. So that's what I said. If I need to dial it down, somebody tell me. Yeah,
I heard off the chain since I've been in Louisville.
Oh goodness, Louisville. That's so funny.
That's that Louisville slang right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, I remember that.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. You have a great night. Have a beautiful day tomorrow too.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
It was so much fun. So much to this case, man. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the episode on this update. This was 4 months ago. It's just a little 13-minute video. I'm just going to chill back. Actually, shoot, I'm going way over. We'll play that on the next episode when we all get together again. But I'll definitely learn how to put out the future notification the right way instead of having it the same day as another live. I'll actually have it for the day that it's supposed to be on, like today. So thank you so much, everybody. Wow. A lot of information. I really need to take some good notes. I mean, I got shit all over the place, but we'll be coming back with more organized notes and checking out a lot of different other stuff too. The full report and some of these other clips and stuff. I do want to watch some of these press conferences, updates throughout the years, and just kind of see what they're saying, noticing the words they're using, the words they're not, and just kind of doing a little checking out. Might be back tomorrow. I thought about maybe getting on tomorrow night for a little bit to maybe see if I can watch something, kind of like a movie documentary kind of thing. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Definitely covering Stephen Smith case updates on Thursday, and then Friday we'll just be hanging out and we'll be doing Jackbox. So it'll be a kind of a hangout Friday, and then whatever after that. We'll see what's up. Last night's episode, holy crap, we looked into the Lori Vallow stuff. Didn't know it was that deep. Crazy. Letitia, that was heartbreaking hearing the crap that took place on that case. But we'll be getting into some updates and stuff on Friday, just kind of what we didn't catch throughout the week. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for taking your time out tonight and hanging out, and I appreciate it. I hope you have a peaceful and positive evening, and I will see you either tomorrow if I get on, but I'll definitely be back Thursday with Stephen Smith episode. So thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you on the next show.